I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, what's good, party people? What's good? Yo, sorry about running late, man. I had a family function I had to get to. Well, not necessarily a function. My mom and I went out and was cleaning off my little brother's grave. You know what I'm saying? Taking flowers out there, man, to my guy. He passed away in 2019. One of the reasons why I do this joint here is because I kind of miss that fellowship. You know what I mean? And so getting attached to you guys and y'all getting attached to me kind of helps me get over my personal losses in life. So I apologize for getting on damn near lunchtime or 2 hours past what we normally do. But, you know, man, you know what I'm saying? Your little brother, you know what I'm saying? You got there and do the flowers and all that stuff, man. And so, yeah, it is what it is, man. You go out there and do your thing, man. You try to be a big boy and try to handle it, man. You out there with your moms and her son out there in the ground. And, you know what I'm saying? You out there kind of by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all for being patient with me. You know what I'm saying? While I kind of handle that stuff. Right. But with that said, yo, what is good? Welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive. I'm your man, Uncle Freezy. What's good? Welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive. The Knicks Morning Drive. I got a lot to say and a little bit of time to say it in, so I'm going to try to get it all in. Right? So here's my thing. Off rip. So I said the thank you part. Like, y'all, thanks for being patient with me, man. You know what I'm saying? While I go through this thing, you know what I'm saying? Right? Trying to get it together so I can hang out with my peoples. Right. But I got a few things I want to say. And somebody read my mind. Somebody stole Karen Fung stole my thunder. Karen Fung says, we made a comeback, catch up, and won. And I was getting ready to get on here and say, don't call it a comeback. We've been here for years. I had that queued up, but Karen Fung stole my thunder. Shout out to Karen Fung. You know what I'm saying? Hardcore Knicks fan. You know what I'm saying? Don't call it a comeback. We've been here for years. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Shout out to Karen Fung for that stealing my thunder. You thunder stealer. Karen Fung. LOL. But yo, The other thing I want to mention too, also, just real quick, yo, we got a glimpse of what the future is going to look like. Right towards the end of the third quarter, start of the fourth quarter, RJ Barrett got in his bag. What's good? Chop Low, what's good, my brother? What's good? Hey, listen. It's a lot of stuff I'm going to discuss because I want to discuss Alec Burks. I want to discuss how teams are defending Julius Randle. I want to discuss how deep this Knicks team is. Because listen, a team missing 2 to 3 role players, key contributors, is sunk. You know what I'm saying? A team that misses 2 to 3 main contributors is sunk by this time of the year, right? We are missing 2 to 3 contributors, and we doing just fine. We missed Derrick Rose quickly and Mitch Robinson. And I know y'all gonna be like, but Quickly played. Now Quickly was alive, but he wasn't there. There was Quickly body out there because Quickly is hurt. For real. Quickly is hurt. And y'all can tell. Quickly is hurt. Bro, Quickly don't look right. And neither does Bullock. They don't look right. They need time, bro. As a matter of fact, I would be okay with Tibbs not playing Quickly or Bullock the rest of the season. That's right, you heard me. I would be fine with Tibbs resting Bullock and Quickly for the rest of the season based on how they look. You know what I'm saying? Walking wounded. You know what I mean? Rest them boys for the rest of the season, man. Come on, man. Cut this out. Cut that out. Cut it out, Tibbs. I know they said they good. I'm good, coach. Nah, no, you're not. Sometimes we got to protect you from yourself. Right? But anyway, I want to get back to the future of Knicks basketball. RJ Barrett. There was a stretch of real time. And listen, I'm getting to, okay, all right. I'm going to get to the KMD roll call. I'm going to get to that. But I want to get these things out here first. Hey, Lawrence Mayberry, I need your help. Hey, Lawrence Mayberry, I need to call you. I need to talk to you on the telephone. For real. I legit need to speak to you on the telephone about something. So, but anyway, and so some super chats came in. Let me address the super chats real quick, y'all. Donald Cannon quickly rising up the rank of favorites to the show. Thank you. And I'm going to say this on behalf of City for Real. Thank you for the super chatter platter. We here. Chuck Allen says the Knicks are ready for war. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad, Chuck. Nicka for life says the Knicks are ready for war. My bad, Chuck. My bad. I'm out here calling people by their government name. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here calling people by their government name. I'm out here saying, I'm out here, you know what I'm saying, calling people by their government name. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm out here, you know what I'm saying? I'm the accidental snitch. Like, I'm not snitching on purpose. I'm just giving away all the info. The feds done got fat and lazy because I'm giving away all the info. They ain't even got to work. The feds ain't got to do nothing. They just like Uncle Freezy. Man, we got lazy because Uncle Freezy out here, you know what I'm saying? He the accidental snitch. No, anyway. Yo, part of doing stuff like this is having a sense of humor, you know what I'm saying? If you can't laugh at yourself, you can't laugh at nothing. I'm out here like Coach Zach. And it's like for the Love of the Game podcast, Coach Zach, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, Uncle Freezy giving away everybody. He just straight up slapping name tags on people. You know what I'm saying? He did it. So anyway, let me get back. Hey, let me. Oh, thank you. That was nice. Mocha bought me something to drink. I guess you heard me coughing. Thank you, Mocha. So I'm getting back to the 2 or 3 points that I want to touch on. Right. So for one, I'm about to get to the roll call in a few minutes. The other thing I want to get to is hey, Lawrence Mayberry, for real, man, I need to talk to you about something. It's something serious. Not serious like that. No, I ain't sending the feds to your house. I ain't stitching on you, man. You ain't doing nothing. All you doing is cooking, bro. I know you ain't doing nothing. I need to talk to you about something. We planning a trip to Atlanta, and we need your services. LT like, what you need to talk with me on the phone for after you done talked about snitching to the feds? Nah, bro. It ain't. Hey, Warren Franklin, what's good? What's good? Y'all saw Lawrence Mayberry face. He like, what the hell you need to talk to me for, Uncle Freezy? You done laugh, talk about you snitching and stuff, and then you talk about you want to talk to me on the phone. Nah, bro, it ain't that, man. Hey, we trying to make a trip to the A, bro, and we want to come see you. So anyway, the two other things, aside from me needing to holler at LT, and aside from me accidentally calling people by their real name instead of their name, we got a glimpse into the future. Oh, and the injuries. So yes, Emmanuel Quickly is hurt, y'all. Y'all saw it. His mobility was whack. Reggie Bullock mobility. Oh. These dudes need some time off in the worst way. Right? So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about Alec Burks being a key contributor to this team, not only today and yesterday, but going forward. Right? Can you imagine a backcourt of 20-point scorers coming off your bench? Derrick Rose and Alec Burks is our backcourt off the bench scoring 20 points a game. Take that, NBA. Now, how about that? Take that. Quickly is hurt. Bullock is hurt. Right? But the thing I wanted to talk to you most about is Julius Randle getting the megastar treatment. Every time Julius Randle touched the ball, double and triple teams come. Every time. A power forward in this league cannot guard Julius Randle straight up. And listen, before y'all start that BS, point them out. Find me a power forward that can shut down Julius Randle on his own. Point them out. I guess I'm asking y'all to snitch. Yeah. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on. So anyway, Julius Randle, I think every game that I've seen, and I've seen out of the 70 games, I think I probably watched. And I'm talking about live. I'm talking about watched them live, right? As they were going on. Out of the 70 games, I probably watched 60 in real time. You know what I'm saying? I probably watched 60 in real time. And then the others, I check my phone and then go back and watch the game, but I already know the outcome and blah blah blah. And y'all know what I'm getting at. Y'all know how you check the phone to see if you won, and then you go back and watch the game. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So there is no power forward in this man's NBA that can guard Julius Randle one-on-one and shut him down. Oh yeah? Did y'all say Anthony Davis? Did you see what Julius Randle did to Anthony Davis Tuesday night? Julius Randle gave him the business, and Anthony Davis could not reciprocate. He had decent numbers, but he didn't have a megastar game. Like if I asked you today, who would you rather have, Anthony Davis and Julius Randle? 99% of y'all are going to say Anthony Davis, and I don't blame you, right? But what I'm telling you is on that particular night, in a head-up situation, Julius Randle gave that man the business. Right? Right? Who would you, if I asked you, if we were drafting and it came up time for you to pick a power forward and all the power forwards were on the board, would you take Julius Randle? Corey Lee, you said I always forget you for the roll call? I ain't even do the roll call yet, bro. I'm going to do you first. Pause. 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 So anyway, if you had a choice to pick Julius Randle or Anthony Davis, 99% of y'all would take Anthony Davis first, and I don't blame you. Right? Right. I don't blame you. But there is no powerful, and yes, I am including Giannis Antetokounmpo. And I know Julius Randle's numbers look down against, but when you put Giannis on him and then bring help, it's a different animal than bringing Giannis and letting Julius figure it out and give him the business. Okay? All right. So now RJ Barrett gave us a glimpse into the future. And after this, I'm going to do the roll call, and then I'm going to put the link in the chat, right? RJ Barrett gave us a glimpse into what it's like having a young, bouncy superstar wing that can score at will, right? And at the beginning of the season, we were like, oh, man, we should trade for Zach LaVine. Oh, man, we should trade for Devin Booker. Oh, man, we should trade for Bradley Beal. Right? Anyway, we should be like, we were like, man, we should trade RJ and 4 first-round picks for Devin Booker. How does that, if we had done that early in the season and RJ Barrett would have been doing what he's been doing right now, y'all would be sick with yourselves right now. Man, we'll give them RJ, Obi, and four first-round picks for Devin Booker. Really? If we had pulled that off, y'all would be sick right now watching RJ Barrett shoot 40% from 3 on 4+ attempts per game. Y'all would be sick with yourselves right now. Right? RJ Barrett got into the future, right? At the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, RJ Barrett got into this space where the flower was blooming, is basically what I'm going to say. Right? Right? So RJ Barrett went from the pollen to the seed last year. Like, okay, this kid's going to be something. He went from pollen to the seed last year. Okay. Like give an example. Kevin Knox and Frank Ntilikina is still the pollen, right? They still irritate you. You know, one day they'll be something, but you don't know what. You know what I'm saying? They got you all, you know, they ain't the seed yet. You know what I'm saying? So RJ Barrett last year went from the pollen to the seed, right? You know, okay, this kid is irritating me with some of the stuff he's doing, but he's gonna be something, right? And during the season, he went from a seed to a sprout. You could see him becoming stuff. Like you saw his defense on Kawhi Leonard. You're like, okay, RJ Barrett, you're gonna be somebody. You're gonna be somebody, RJ Barrett. We just don't know what. We don't know if you're gonna be all-star scorer. We don't know if you're gonna be 3-and-D. We don't know if you're gonna be all around, but we know you're gonna be something. Right? We know you're gonna be something, right? Because when I tell a Knicks fan right now, yo, how about trade RJ Barrett and 4 first-round picks for Zach LaVine? Y'all gonna be like, oh, wait a minute, Uncle Freezy. Wait a minute. I'm like, nah. But y'all said that early in the season. They're like, no, wait a minute. Things change. You know what the thing that changed is? RJ Barrett went from a seed to a sprout and right in front of your eyes. So now you like, yo, that flower and that's Zach LaVine. RJ Barrett can be that or better. You hear me? RJ Barrett can be that or better. We not giving up RJ Barrett and draft picks for Zach LaVine when all we have to do is wait and let him blossom. You hear me, Knicks fans? Think about what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that you can develop young talent and shoot for a championship in the same year. You can develop young talent and go for a championship in the same year. Right? Right? You know how I know this? Julius Randle went from being a 28% three-point shooter at age 25 to a 42% three-point shooter at age 26 on higher volume and higher efficiency and being the focal point of teams' game planned defense. Y'all hear me? If there's a Knicks fan in the house, somebody put some fire in the chat. If there is a Knicks fan in the building, somebody put some fire in the chat. Somebody physically abused a like button. Somebody beat up a like button. Right? Somebody beat up the like button if there's a Knicks fan in the house. Right? Because what I just told you, what I just laid out to you, in fact, is all the things that debunk all of the narratives people have been telling you about how you create a championship contender. They say you can't do both at one time. You can't walk and run at the same time, Uncle Freezy. You can't develop the kids and shoot for a championship. That's what they told me. That's what they told me. And like a fool, I listened. But you know what? You know what smart people do? You know what people that live a long time, you know what they do? They learn from their mistakes. They learn from their mistakes. And I was one. I was on board. I was like, no, you can't develop kids and pursue a championship at the same time. You can't develop young veterans. By year 5, they are what you said what they gonna be. Wrong, and wrong. I wish I had some Knicks fans. I wish I had some more Knicks fans in here in the chat to put some more fire in the chat, because what I want to do is prove to the world that Knicks fans are smart and passionate. Because everybody knows that we're passionate, because we celebrated like it was 1999 when our team that was under 500 for years made it to 500 late in the season. We celebrated, so people know we're passionate. But are we smart? Here's the thing. I'm asking you, are we smart? But I'm asking you this rhetoric in a rhetorical sense, right? Because the rhetoric says you can't do both at the same time. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, meaning you can't teach a young veteran new skills. Wrong. Julius Randle came in 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. Right? That narrative is dead. You can't teach your old dog new tricks. Wrong. We had a dude that was basically a cast-off journeyman that we brought in. Basically, this is his third team in seven NBA seasons. His third team in 7 NBA seasons. And he gets to his third team and becomes a team leader, all-star, MVP candidate, franchise building block player. So think about what I said. Julius Randle, and I'm going to get to RJ Barrett, but I just want to finish up this thing on Julius Randle. Julius Randle went from basically a journeyman, a dude that was on his third team, well, a third team in 5 seasons, if you want to be absolutely correct, right? Third team in 6 seasons, if you want to be absolutely correct, right? He went from being on 3 teams in 6 seasons, basically a cast-off lottery pick, that played for 3 different teams, to a all-star, all NBA caliber, MVP caliber, franchise building block for a franchise. And not only do he put up numbers like this in 1 year, which you would think would be an anomaly, but he did it in 2 years. So then when you look back in it in retrospect, that 19-9 that he put up, or 20-10 that he put up for a terrible team in which he played with guys named Wayne Ellington, Bobby Portis, Wayne Ellington, Bobby Portis, Mo Hawkless. You know, get some Reggie Bullock in there too, some RJ Barrett in there too. Played with guys like that and still put up 20 and 10. To this year, with a new coach and everything, puts up 24, 10, and 6 in the hardest environment in professional sports to thrive. You thought playing center field for the Yankees was tough. How about being the star player of the New York Knicks? You thought batting third for the Yankees was tough. How about being the star player for the New York Knicks? Ask Patrick Ewing how tough it is. Ask Carmelo Anthony how tough it is. So anyway, back to my RJ Barrett. Back to RJ Barrett. The thing with RJ is this. You saw a glimpse of what the future can be. It's like what you saw last night against the Spurs at the end of the third quarter and the beginning of the fourth quarter was like a movie trailer. Right? You know how you get the movie trailer? The movie trailer comes out and you get a glimpse of the movie, but they don't give away everything. That's what you saw with RJ Barrett. No matter what defense they put on him, no matter what scheme they ran, because they went from man to man to a semi-morphing zone, which was odd to see against RJ Barrett. They went from man to man. They almost ran a double team, but they didn't. They shaded a man towards RJ Barrett, which is my first time ever seeing that. Shading two players towards RJ to stop him. And when they did that, you saw where the Knicks went away from RJ in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? And then Alec Burks started cooking. And this is what you want on offense. Right? You saw the RJ Barrett All-Star movie trailer last night. That's what you saw. The RJ Barrett All-Star movie trailer is what you saw last night, right? Because you didn't see the whole movie because the movie is not out yet, but you saw a glimpse of what the future is going to be. Bro, when RJ Barrett started knocking down those shots in the fourth quarter, when we cut into that Spurs lead, listen, don't call it a comeback. We've been here all year, okay? Don't call it a comeback. We've been here all year, Spurs. And shout out to my man, Wilson. He a Spurs fan. He's been a Spurs fan since I've known him. But Wilson, guess what? All that trash talk, all that talk you did against my Knicks over the years, we finally beat y'all, and I'm happy. I'm Pharrell type happy too. I'm not happy Easter happy. I'm Pharrell happy. I'm whistling and singing down the streets in a movie, in a music video happy. Clap your hands and something like you something without a roof happy. However that song happy go. Y'all know that song Happy by Pharrell or whoever. When he had on them funny shoes and dressed all weird and funny. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So we saw the RJ Barrett movie trailer last night. Coming to a theater near you, NBA. We saw the future. The Spurs couldn't stop him. And so a regular NBA fan will say, well, he just got hot. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. No, regular NBA fan. Because in the Lakers game, y'all were like, man, RJ Barrett is off. RJ Barrett is off. What's he doing with the ball? And then when he bounced back, you're like, nah, that's par for the course. No. If a Knicks fan agree with me, somebody put a thumbs up in the chat if y'all agree with me. When we criticize RJ Barrett for shooting bad, it seems like people want to throw rocks. But when he do good, everybody be like, man, that's what he's supposed to do. He get paid. Can y'all dig it, suckers? And I'm talking to the NBA fans. Let's go. That RJ Barrett movie trailer looked awesome to me. But I'm just a Knicks fan. Who am I to get excited about the future? I'm just a Knicks fan. I don't have the right to get excited about the future, do I? Point 5. Thank you for the super chatter platter. Never doubt RJ. Right? Who am I? I'm just a Knicks fan, bro. That's all I am. I'm just a lowly Knicks fan. Who am I to get excited about the future? Who am I to get excited about a young veteran, almost journeyman that we pulled off the scrap heap and turned into an all NBA caliber, almost MVP candidate type, NBA All-Star franchise building block? Who am I excited? Who am I to get excited for Julius Randle? Who am I? Who am I to get excited about a 32-year-old Derrick Rose, not known for shooting the three, comes to New York and is shooting 40% from three? Who am I to get excited that veterans can come here and we can teach old dogs new tricks? Y'all know Derrick Rose wasn't stroking the three like that in any stop. He didn't shoot like that in Chicago, in Cleveland, in Minnesota. He didn't shoot like that in any of those stops. But Detroit, but he get to New York and is shooting 40% from three. Who am I to get excited about old dogs learning new tricks in New York? Who am I to get excited about the narratives that have been placed on our team being debunked right in front of people's faces? By the time you turn 25, you are who you gonna be. Really? So Julius Randle wasn't an all-star at 25, but he's an all-star at 26. Man, I got a lot of energy this morning. man. I got a lot of energy. And most of it comes from me. And sometimes I get choked up, man. And listen, listen, man. So sometimes I get choked up when I think about my little brother, you know what I'm saying, struggling through an illness, knowing his fate, you know what I'm saying, waking up every day like, whew, I made it through the night, man. I'm like, yeah, I see you. Because people don't know what that feeling is like when you know death is imminent and you wake up in the morning and you're like, hey, man, I'm still here. Hey, little bro, you still here. What you want for breakfast? You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, finally, you know what I'm saying, the day come where he go to the upper room and you knew the day was coming and you still hurt, right? The wounds are still fresh, but then I jump on this thing, right? And I make new friends like Karen Fung. You know what I'm saying? I make new friends like Sin Mears. You know what I'm saying? They don't know the whole story, and I don't need them to. And I don't really want them to unless they ask me. Like I ain't gonna tell them the whole story. But the thing is this. You know what I'm saying? You lose one person and then you gain, you know, how many, I don't know how many subscribers we have, like 1,500 subscribers. That number ain't really as important to me as much as y'all think it is. You know what I'm saying? I want it to grow because I want our family to grow, but I'm concerned about the family. You know what I'm saying? So when I go through this thing and I get on the live stream and then I see when I see people like Illmatic and I have had conversations about the Knicks in the past, and all that does is it helps me through a process. And Illmatic is like, but yeah, RJ Barrett is struggling. And I'm just like, listen to Illmatic, man. Illmatic is passionate about this thing. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to do the sympathy thing, but I'm trying to tell you where I'm coming from. Like when I get on here and do this thing, y'all know all this stuff that I talk to y'all is real. When I say I want this thing to be a family affair, a family atmosphere, y'all know I'm not BSing y'all. Right? You know what I mean? We are a Knicks family. This environment is a Knicks family. And I want to keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? Drama free, all that stuff. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm going to throw this link in the chat and I got some, and guess what I have too? I have some live grenades I'm going to drop at the feet of some people that I expect to join the live chat, right? I'm going to just throw the live grenade at them and move out of the way and let them eat. All right. Oh, I almost forgot to roll the call. If y'all ready for the roll call, put some thumbs up in the chat. If y'all ready for the roll call, put some thumbs up in the chat. Put some fire in the chat right now. Let's go. Get that energy up. Get that energy up. I need to see some energy in the chat so that we can do the Knicks Morning Drive roll call. I'm ready to do it right now, but I need to see some thumbs up and fire in the chat. I need to see, if you see a like button, you hit the hell out of it. If you see a like button, you smash it. Right? I need to see some thumbs up and some fire and in the live chat so that y'all can prove that y'all got y'all energy up. Get that energy up. Let's go. There we go. Bam. There we go. Corey Lee is in the building. Corey Lee, what's good? What's good, Corey Lee? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Knicks man, what's good? Lawrence Mayberry, what's good? Hey, LT, we gotta holler. We gotta rap at you, bro. We need you. The original DSJ, Delano Steele, what's good? CP the artist is in the building somewhere, probably hating. Let me see. Are you not gonna talk about how we could exactly CP the artist doing his thing, hating, and we gonna hate on you today too, CP the artist. You better have your big boy clothes on today. Because if you get mad and run out this chat today, we gonna come get you. Where Uncle Freezy? Where Uncle Freezy? They don't like what I'm saying. I'ma leave. That was CP the artist yesterday. Heavy Reese, what's good? Julian Blum, what's good? Chop Low, my brother, what's good? Kayete Kid, what's good? I see you. I see you, boss. Todd Bobby, the mayor, what's good? What's good? I see you, Todd Bobby. Hey, we coming your way, bro. You hear me? We coming your way, and I come bearing gifts, right? Probably some type of libation and cigars. We are headed your way if things fall a certain way. If the Knicks and Atlanta play each other, I'm headed your way bearing gifts. Jay Giant, what's good? Cornerstone Kev is in the chat. What's good? Cornerstone. The fuck you got it. Jermaine Royster, what's good? I see you. I see you. How we move Knicks TV? What's good? I see you. Simma Singh is in the building. And for those that didn't know, Sing means lion. Now, take that. What's good? Drip Moore's in the building. Jay Williams, Frederick. What's good? Bodega Wi-Fi is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Bodega Wi-Fi is in the building. Not hotel Wi-Fi either. This ain't cheap hotel Wi-Fi. This is the Bodega Wi-Fi. Take that. 90. What's good? Sin Mears. Sin Mears is a family fave. Sin Mears is the family fave. My family like, who was that young fellow that was on that show that time? That's Sin Mears. What's good, Sin Mears? What's good? Karen Funga. For the Love of the Game podcast is in the building. White Falcon, what's good? Jay Williams, what's good? Come on, son. Is in the building. What's good? What's good? Hey, come on, son. Is in the building. What's good? 0.5. What's good? I see you. 0.5 is in the building. Let's go. For the Love of the Game podcast is in the building. I know I'm shouting them out twice, but the dude behind this avatar has a huge ego, and if you don't shout him out twice, he'll feel like you overlooked him. What's good? Exo Sports Talk, what's good? What's good? I see you. Ty Barbie again, sir. What's good? I'm hoping I'm not skipping anybody. I want to shout out everybody. Illmatics is in the building. Ryan Green trying to sneak in the building. We see you, Ryan Green, trying to sneak in here at like trying to be all incognito. We see you. We see you, boss. Jerry Fitz, what's good? Anthony D, what is good? Anthony D reminds me of Billy D. Williams, right? Anthony D is the Lawrence Tears family's version of Billy D. Williams. The dude is so smooth, he doesn't need a chaser. Anthony D is so smooth, he don't need a chaser. Paris Duggar, what's good? What's good? I see you, Paris Duggar. Paris Duggar is one of my faves, man. Paris Duggar is one of my Gardner Knicks podcast. What's good? I almost said your name just now, but I'm gonna go by what's on the screen. I promise reading is fundamental. So I'm gonna just go by what's on the screen. I ain't gonna call people by other aliases. Heavy Reese, what's good? Is that everybody? I hope that's not everybody. Yo, Sergeant Knicks fan G-Man for life is in the building. What's good? What's good? Let me throw this link in the chat, man, so I can start throwing these live grenades at everybody. Oh, I forgot about Dallas Man for Life. Is Dallas Man for Life a real thing? Cowboys fan for life. Is that a real thing? Anthony D says, absolutely no chaser. Absolutely no chaser. Absolutely no. Bro, for the A, what are you doing? Why you got your name in here? You supposed to be for the Love of the Game podcast. Why you got your name wrong in here? I see you backstage. Okay. All right. Okay. Whatever. You brought it on yourself. You brought it on yourself.
Oh, I brought it on myself. Yeah, I know you was talking about you when you said the person behind that channel has got the big ego.
No,
it's us two. Because it's us two. You know this.
Yeah, that's right. Right. It's called the Freezy Show.
Freeze. This is a story about a famous dog.
Oh, of course.
The dog that chases its tail will be dizzy.
Boof.
These are clapping dogs, rhythmic dogs, harmonic dogs, house dogs, street dogs, dog of the world unite, dancing dogs,
Franker dogs,
counting dogs, funky dogs, nasty dogs, atomic dogs, atomic dogs, like those boys when you're out there walking on the street. May compete. Nothing but dog. Bow wow. Talking to dog. That's what our Knicks are, man. That's what our Knicks are.
That is a so.
Hey,
so
he's got a new shirt. He's got a new shirt.
Again,
Dress Down Friday.
Again. So let me say
what's up, AD?
Hello to Z. Hello to Cornerstone Cav. Hello to Add No Chaser.
Add No Chaser.
I know this. I know this AD.
Hey,
I know this AD.
AD
about to say, no man, that's AD No Chaser.
AD style and profile, and he chilling with his drink, man.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning.
And I'm assuming that's called. No, it's tea. It's tea. That's green tea.
Green tea concoction, baby. Got to get your health up, baby.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. How we doing today, fellas?
Hey,
I was good until I heard you sing.
Wow.
How about fantastic? and I ain't gonna lie to you. The smoother the libation, the better the singing gets. Just for the record. Just for the record. Just for the record. The smoother the libation, the better the singing gets. Hey, Devon, what's good, man?
What's good, Uncle Freezy? What's good?
Hey, what's up, D? How you feeling, man? All right.
Good.
Hey, Devon, if I ever have to put you on a milk carton again, I'm gonna come see you, bro. You know I know you on the West Coast, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Bro, people love you and love your takes, man. How about appearing more? Can you do that?
Oh yeah. I just
man,
school.
absolutely.
I just finished school for the semester.
I don't want to hear no excuses, bro. You like, man, but Uncle Freezy, I got 3 jobs and I'm in school.
Yeah.
You lazy bum. Oh, that's all you got is 3 jobs? That's all you got is 3 jobs?
Hey, Freeze, let me ask this question. Why does everybody on this chat right here always positive, but we got one bad apple out the bunch?
Who, Frank?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good bomb. That's a good bomb. No, I'm talking about this.
I know
turd.
Taj Gibson.
Yeah, Taj. I think Taj Gibson's name is too good to be calling this almond Eminem that name. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Oh my!
An almond M&M without any chocolate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, no.
He always hating on, especially on me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, so how it goes, Kev, is this. How it goes is this, man. The more popular you are in Knicks universe, the sharper and more focused the hate is from individuals or collectives. Like when I used to,
I like that. I love that philosophy.
Because when I was on set, when I used to just come on Sim's show and say stuff like, I like one time I was on. We were talking about we were talking about what we're gonna do with Joakim Noah. Like, what are we gonna do with Joakim Noah? You know, Joakim Noah, man, he out in the street, butt naked, changing clothes and all kind of weird stuff, right? And I was like, yo, stop this conversation right now. Sim was like, what? Stop this conversation and do whatever you can to get that high school kid, RJ Barrett. Is what I told him. He was like, RJ Barrett, who is that? I was like, RJ Barrett is the Jamaican kid, the Jamaican kid from Canada, right? That's tearing up the high school scene. He is built for New York, right?
Yeah.
And everybody was like, who? He ain't even a senior in high school yet. Bro, it don't matter. If we could draft him out of high school, get him.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I was telling them. And everybody was like, Uncle Freezy, you crazy. And then time goes by and whatever.
Hell, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey,
guy.
how you been?
I'm chilling, Unc. How you been?
Hey, I'm good, man. We might be coming to the A, and we might have to bum rush your spot.
Yep.
All right, just let me know.
Yeah.
Hey,
They shooting the movie. Actually, they shooting the movie. They shooting some Disney movie at the job right now, as we speak right now. And I think next week they start shooting Ozark. Is going to be at my job next week.
Oh, they renewed Ozark?
Yeah, they're going to start filming next week.
Oh, wow.
None of them excuses, Al.
So-
I'm about 3 months past due on my steak. I need it delivered to my house
Huh?
now. I'm about 3 months past due on my
When
steak.
you coming, Unc? Because I'm gonna be in New York at the end of the month. So when you coming?
No, we're not coming to New York. We if the Knicks played the Hawks, we are putting together a contingent to go to Atlanta of Knicks Universe.
I'm there.
I already told the missus. Right. Told her.
Right. And so what we want to do is we want to get a spot because we don't know if you can cater or if we have to come to your spot.
Mm-hmm. I can cater. I can do whatever y'all want to do. Y'all let me know. Whatever y'all want to do, y'all let me know.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be last minute, which I hate for it to be like that because we don't know if the Knicks are gonna play the Hawks in the first round or not. But as soon as we find out the days, we're gonna let you know.
Boom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boom.
So it all depends on the 4-5 matchup. If we get the 4-5 matchup like we want, then yes, we are coming, and we're gonna frequent your spot a couple times.
Okay.
So it's gonna be like 20 to 25 people.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. But what we'll do is instead of talking about that right now, what we'll do is just before we leave,
I'm gonna leave my number. I'm gonna put my number in the private chat right now for you right now, so that you can have it on file.
Okay. All right. And then we'll rock from there. But I wanted to get to this thing. I wanted to finish up my thoughts on what Cornerstone Cap said. Bro, haters are gonna hate. Like I legit said, stop this stupid conversation right now about Joakim Noah. He is not the future. RJ Barrett is the future of Knicks basketball in New York. And they were like, well, how do you know? I was like, bro, he took Team Canada. That on the second best player was a kid named Ignas Brezdeikis, right? On Team Canada with him. And beat all the U.S. kids, including Zion Williamson, Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, all these dudes that you saw get drafted, Darius Garland, all these dudes that you saw get drafted in the lottery was on that loaded team. It was basically like the dream team. And RJ Barrett took Ignas Brezdeikis and a bunch of Canadian kids and beat the U.S. and scored 38 points on Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter. Both wound up being top 10 picks in the draft. Right? And so people are like, well, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. I'm like, that is something Canada never, and listen, hear me, they never win the FIBA championship. Ever. They never win it. Because the USA always has teenage kids that have names like Vince Carter, Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal. You know what I'm saying? So Canada never wins, right? They never even get to the qualifier. But RJ Barrett took that team and beat the U.S. kids, right? And then he was named the high school player of the year, and he committed to a school that everybody know named Duke, right? Mm-hmm. Where he got on the radar from there. But what I'm telling Cornerstone Kev is this, bro. If you smart and you say smart stuff, and people see you frequently, sometimes haters are gonna have laser focus on you because they want to be in your spot.
Yeah,
that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
I had people hate on me on Sim's show. Sim had a screaming idiot on the show. A dude that all he was known for was screaming.
Who's
screaming screaming real loud and ain't saying nothing, right? And I said, tank for RJ Barrett. I said, tank for RJ Barrett. And there ain't no shot at who's Mark, man. Who's Mark?
Yeah, that's my man. That's my man.
But what I said was, hey, tank for RJ Barrett. He's the future of Knicks basketball. And they slammed me every time I was on the show after that. They're like, this is the dude that wanted the RJ Barrett. And now RJ Barrett is here. And when I see them, they so quiet, you can hear a rat piss on cotton. They so quiet, bro. They so quiet, you can hear a rat piss on cotton. Right? They so quiet, you can hear a mosquito comb his hair. Right? Right? Because I said something bold and smart, and I was right. And they reacted in a knee-jerk sense and was absolutely wrong, and they can't admit that they were wrong. Mm-hmm. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen to you. Kev, it's going to happen to you. It's going to happen to Zach. It's going to happen to AD. It's going to happen when you smart and you say something that's right. People are gonna question you, bro. It's just how it is.
Haters gonna hate, pretty much.
Haters are gonna hate.
Absolutely. Yo, man, let's talk about what happened last night, man. Yo, 17 down. What was everybody feeling?
I was
at work.
I was at work and I was pissed.
But here's the thing. The whole Elfrid Payton thing is going to come into play now. Once he was out, that was it. We started coming back.
Well, quickly had a terrible game.
Yeah. But he didn't even get in. Yeah, he didn't even get into the second half. Though. Right, exactly.
There was no reason to play him in that game.
He hurt, and you can tell.
Yeah.
Should leave those guys sit. Let them get rested for the playoffs.
Yeah.
That sounds so weird to say.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it does, doesn't it?
Let the guy sit to get ready for the playoffs. That just sounds weird.
Yeah, it doesn't. It still hasn't hit me that we're actually in the playoffs.
Right. And not even we're like in the playoffs, like not the play in,
Not the 7th seed, not the 8th seed.
Right.
The playoffs, we in it. Like we're in there for it.
Yeah.
Don't feel
here's a huge question. Do we resign Burke for next year?
Of course.
Why is that a huge? You mean that's a
well, no,
rhetorical question because you already know the answer.
All right, here's the other question. You're right. You're right, Zach. Here they go. Here's a rhetorical.
All that jealousy is gonna leave you broke. All that jealousy is gonna leave you broke.
How much are you paying? How much are you paying? Burks. How much are you paying him?
Coming in like Sasquatch feet, thundering, shaking the concrete. What, you got no way?
Is that CP's way of announcing he's about to join the Blue Orange Tears debate team?
Hey, first of all, hey yo, I ain't gonna join nothing until I get judged by 6. Judged by 6. No. Judged by 6. I ain't gonna get.
Okay, so how's everybody's morning doing? How's everybody's morning doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how this usually works is like we come in and we say hello everybody, and then everybody be like, hey bro, how you doing? You know.
Yo, don't mind me, fella. I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna show you the movie set that's going on at the job.
Oh, cool.
Yo, what part of town you at?
I'm on the west. I'm on the west side now, CP.
Oh, okay, they're out there. They're all the way out there. Okay. Because I'm trying to be in that movie. I mean, in Ozark. That's always been my dream. I will quit my job today to be on that set. I will.
You better not quit your job.
I will.
You better not quit your job.
I got enough money in the bank to do it.
Oh, let me tell you something. Them four blocks you gave yesterday was key. Don't you quit that job.
Hey man, I'm the blocking man, my guy. That little cornerstone Kev, man. I'm about to put him in the third row with a block, bro. That's how far I'm going. If he even step at ATL, bro.
Haters gonna hate.
I don't know how close they're gonna let me into the. But I see how far I could get in there.
Just tell them your name is Larry.
I'm gonna turn the camera around so y'all can see.
Yeah. Tell him you're CP the artist. Tell him you know CP the artist.
They are been kicked him off the set by now if you was CP the artist.
Hey man, I'm getting a check from a movie today. So what are you talking about?
What movie?
I can't say.
Oh yeah,
you gotta sign NDAs, but you will see it in Christmas. I'll let y'all know.
Y'all are
Christmas.
so rich. Y'all are so rich.
It's a documentary, Zach. It's a documentary, and the title of the documentary, Zach, is "It's the Knicks. We here." That's documentary.
Taj Gibson. He's a stunt double for Taj Gibson.
Sorry, guys. They told me it's the rap just now. But they wrapping up. Look.
Oh wow.
Okay. Yo, somebody got some background. Who is that?
Right, L at the set.
That's me. Okay. Hey, I just want to take a second and say, yo, man, I appreciate what you do, man. And, you know, I'm a long-time follower of yours. You know what I'm saying? And everybody out here, you know. And real talk, yo, I live here in the A. You know what I'm saying? So I want to come fellowship with y'all brothers when y'all come down here for the playoffs. Real talk.
Word.
You know
No doubt.
Queens is in effect, you know what I'm saying? 100. That's why I want to shout out, and I want to shout out everything. Long time Knicks fan, 40 plus years. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
So I appreciate all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So when you bring me goosebumps every time, son. Every time you bring up, you know what I'm saying? The 70s, the 80s, the 90s. Man, I go way back with these cats. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All day. Hey, my brother went to high school with Mason and all of my cousins played with him. His name is Ice, code name Ice out there in the circuits. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say thank you, man, for this time, for allowing me to be out here and vibe with y'all for a moment. And I'll get back at y'all when I'm, you know what I'm saying? When I get a chance.
Bro,
but I
you
love
think that's something? You wait till we get to Atlanta.
Man, I can't wait, bro.
Yeah, you think
can't wait, man. I've been looking for you cats.
Yeah,
I've been looking for you cats out here in my city. I'll be shouting you out, CP, man, but you don't see me, son. But it's all good.
What do you mean?
Is that what everybody wants to see?
And it's all good, though. It's all good because I like you, too. So we in the building. You know what I'm saying? We in the building.
What's your name?
Yo, my name is Corey, man. Big C. Sincere to God. It don't matter how you want to follow me. You know what I'm saying? I'm here.
Right.
And I love this, and I love y'all. And I rock with y'all every morning. I get an opportunity to, man. Real talk. Y'all make me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My little dumb son, I'm trying to convert back over. He was born in Jersey. So he grew up with the kids and Kmart's and all that stuff like that. And I was like, wrong move. But it's all good. He gonna get his feelings crushed and come back over to his pops. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Absolutely.
But you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you gotta stick your hand on the stove to learn that stuff is hot. So once he learned that, then he'll be straight.
Man, it's all good. I'll let him rock out, man. Real talk. But I'm gonna let y'all go right now. I'm gonna come back to y'all in the chat later on if y'all can still rock when I get to that. To my rest.
We gonna put the details out as soon as we make them concrete. We're gonna put them out so that we can so that everybody that want to join in the fellowship can do so.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock out, man. I'll bring a bottle what y'all want. You know what I'm saying?
I'm right.
So some Ciroc. What you need? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I can go as old school as some Johnny Walker Red. You know what I'm saying? I'm grown. I'm grown.
Word.
Some ripple.
Hey, man.
Hey, so what we'll do is I'll let you go, but I'm gonna just say this. What we're gonna do is once everything becomes concrete, we're gonna start. I'm just gonna email everybody that want to participate, and then we're gonna put the details in there. That way, if somebody can do it better than me, then you know what I'm saying, do a certain thing better than me, we'll let them do that. You know what I'm saying?
But yo, one thing I want to tell you, man, I know about the little horse country little town you up in. You know what I'm saying? Where when you go to the bars, you gotta get a shot. You know what I'm saying? So I'll holler back at you. Peace, y'all.
All right, boss. Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right, sorry, fellas. That's it. They wrapping up. I try to get y'all a little glimpse of something that be going on. But this is a norm at my job, so they always doing some kind of filming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So is Atlanta who's everybody want to see in the playoffs? So that's our best.
It is for me.
Hey, G Money.
How you guys doing?
G Money.
Right.
What's up, nephew?
Chilling.
What's going on,
Yo, I got a quick side note, fella. You know what I was thinking about? You know, what if Brooklyn lose out and decide that they want the rest of their players to play
to Chicago and Cleveland? If you're Chicago, you need to get that game though. If you're the Bulls, depending what happens with the Wizards.
You didn't hear what I said. I said, what if Brooklyn decide they want to lose?
Why are we talking about
they want to lose out the rest of the games. They don't want
to lose out. If they lose out and hypothetically Milwaukee wins out, then Brooklyn drops to 3.
That's what he's saying. So what happens?
That's what I'm saying, G Money. That's what I'm saying, G Money. Because you know, KD do act like he do act like I can't say it, but he do act like that.
Like a Kevin? He acts like a Kevin?
Soft.
I think Kevin is a new Karen.
Jeez. I mean, really? Really? You know what?
All I'm gonna say, CP, all I'm gonna say to that is this. If Brooklyn lose out so they can play the Knicks, all I'm gonna say, and I might get it put on the shirt. Who won romp with Bumba Clot? Who won romp with Bumba Clot? And I know that's Patron. Right? And I know I don't say it right, but listen. Who won romp with Bumba Clot? That's all I'm saying.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good, actually.
If Brooklyn, think about this. If Brooklyn does something that stupid, LT, listen, if Brooklyn does something that stupid where they want to play the Knicks in the first round, where the Knicks can sleep in their own beds, where the Knicks don't have to worry about a whole bunch of cross-country travel, You know what I'm saying? When the Knicks can come into a series healthy.
The Knicks beating Brooklyn is all I want. It's
all that would be fun. In New York,
want,
because all season long they have done childish things, from Harden taking us out of the picture. They've done childish things all season long. So we've been in the back of their mind all season long. So I just wanted to bring that question up and see what y'all fellas thought about that. You know
what shades of that reminds me of? When you say do childish things to kind of get at us. Remember when Wade and LeBron made fun of Dirk's illness?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hated the Big Three Heat. I don't. The only
I'm just saying.
team.
Remember when that happened? What that did to them?
That galvanized them. That galvanized.
They paid a serious price. I can say.
Yep. That's a fact.
Just so you know, that was all LeBron. I was not a part of that.
What do you say, DSJ?
I said, I just want you to know that was all LeBron. I really didn't want to even participate in that. You know, at the end of the day, that was.
Oh yeah, sorry, Dwayne. Forgot you were on the panel, Dwayne Wade.
My man.
Yeah, man. My dream scenario is I don't know if this is be able to happen with is us play Atlanta in the first round and beat Atlanta. That way we can still do our joint in Atlanta, have our get together, and then face Brooklyn in the second round and beat Brooklyn to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. If that happens, bro, I'm beyond. Mo, where you at?
Brooklyn into the finals. I'm in New York.
I'm saying it looked like you looked like somebody put you in a corner.
Oh no!
Nobody put babies in the corner. Nobody put babies in the corner.
Crazy on one today.
No. I'm at work right now.
You and Kev, how can you guys talk at work?
Like this?
At work, man. I get fired.
Like this?
That's because I actually work at my job, Kev.
Because Kev ain't got no job.
I actually work at my job, Kev.
See, people
don't fall
like
to the dark side, man.
people like Kevin and myself. People like Kevin and myself know that there are times when you can just slip by and
I told them. I keep telling cats, come September, this is all going to end. I barely get on.
Yo,
hey, so y'all should have heard.
Kevin is that dude. Hold on, Kevin's that dude from
Here come the hater. Here come the hater. Here come the hater.
Give me my stapler.
They put
him in the basement.
Hey, CP, that dude had glasses though.
They both got glasses. He's the black version.
Oh man.
Hey, it's a job. That's all that matters. It's a job.
Right. You know, we getting paid to talk about the Knicks.
Exactly.
Pretty much, yes.
Exactly.
Must be nice.
And it wasn't so Spur-fit for the Spurs, I can say. It was awesome for the Knicks, and it wasn't so Spur-fit for San Antonio, I can say.
Who was that player that got chewed out by Pop last night when he called the timeout? He walked over.
It either had to be Keldon Johnson or Lonnie Walker.
No. It was a tall white kid. It was a tall white guy.
David Eubanks.
Eubanks?
Damn, he ripped into him, boy. I thought Thibodeau, was toughing up, boys. He ripped into him. I was like,
you know who got ripped into? Obi in that second quarter, he missed a defensive rotation, and Tibbs was like, "You're not playing for the rest of the game." Like I saw him say that. I saw
look
him
what's
say,
here. Look what's here.
Dallas Cowboys fan for life.
Hey, who called G-Man's name 5 times? 5 times.
Where's your favorite shirt at?
Hold on.
No, Dallas fan. Where's your favorite shirt at?
Here we go. So I noticed since I've been away for a couple of days, y'all done got real reckless by the tongue, right? So what I'm here to do is rectify this situation that y'all got going on up in here, right? So we're about to bring some law and order to this set right now today. Playtime is over, all right?
Spree, I need my lawyer. Where's Spree?
Playtime is over. It's over. It's over.
Hey, go ahead, Jabba Jaws. Talk to me, Jabba Jaws. Talk to me.
Salute, fellas. Salute.
Salute, G man.
Where's your Cowboys shirt?
Yeah, man.
Look, I told you what I did with that rag. Don't play with me. Look, that was an eclipse, right? That was a bad memory. I done dumped that right there.
That Giant shirt, in case I lost that bet, is soaked in gasoline. You have like 3 days. You have about 3 days to give me your address so I can send that to you, or else I'm lighting a cigarette and tossing it.
Look, you better hold on to it until our first meeting. Because you know when we come to Dallas, it's going to be over.
It's going to be another bet. It's going to be another bet.
It is. Football season coming, baby. So you know what's going on. You know what's about to go down.
Yeah, you're right. You're going to be wearing more Cowboys gear.
Oh, no, never that. Never that.
You said never that the first time.
Never that.
Never that the first time.
He'll be the new crossover. That's what it is.
No, he's definitely the crossover.
I hate to interrupt, fellas. I hate to interrupt, but I got to get back to work.
All right,
Tomorrow, the Love of the Game podcast. I'm not too sure what time we're coming on because the Knicks play at 1. What time we coming on, Zach?
I don't know. We'll talk
1
about
o'clock
it tonight. I'll call y'all. We'll probably maybe do a watch along or something. Who knows?
All right. For the Love of the Game podcast, fellas, check us out tomorrow. I love y'all.
Absolutely.
I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Bro. Take it easy,
bro.
Take it easy.
In fact, we're playing 1 o'clock back to back against those Green Leprechauns from Boston too.
What was that? I'm sorry.
In fact, we're playing at 1 o'clock against those Green Leprechauns from Boston.
Yeah, 1 o'clock. Back to back 1 o'clock games.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
Yep. We'll probably do watch alongs for both of them. So follow Dallas Cowboys for Life's Lead and come over to For the Love of the Game podcast.
Oh, my God. You know what? I'm saying something. Zach.
Y'all don't got to wear shirts like that.
Hey. Geritol, I don't got to say nothing, man.
Zach got a Xavier McKinney jersey somewhere hidden in the back.
Yeah, it's on my roll of toilet paper. And you know what happens with toilet paper. So
yeah, they get stopped for 46 yards, like your boy Ezekiel Elliott.
First of all, Saquon Barkley, if it wasn't for his 3 80-yard runs, he'd average like 3.1 yards a carry for his career.
You know what?
Second of all, that Giants toilet paper is so worthless. You poke holes through it with your pinky.
Wow. He's throwing megaton bombs at you, man.
Back to the Knicks. Something we can agree on, man.
It's okay, and this is why it's okay, right? The louder people are, the more boisterous they choose to be, the sorrier their team is. They're trying to cover up for something, right?
We are just as loud and boisterous, G-Man. Don't even do that. We are just as loud and
August is going to be lit. August is going to be lit.
Yes, it is. Don't play it, G. You are just as loud.
I am. I can't lie. Look.
That's why both our teams suck.
Yeah. We got some building to do for sure. We definitely got some building to do.
I need to call the Amish right down 30 minutes from my place. Go build the Cowboys.
Zach is on fire today. Oh my God.
He was on fire just like Alec Burks last night in that fourth quarter.
Jeez, man.
Ooh, Alec Burks.
Alec Burks was harder than the New York Sun. Woo!
You got to give him an extension now. At least a 2-year team-friendly deal. Hopefully,
I got a hot take.
Oh, of course you do.
I believe Derrick Rose will start the playoffs.
Possible.
But what? CP, think about what that might do to the second unit's chemistry, though.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean?
I get everything you say, but you think about it, Thibs is going to have a short rotation, and he's going to keep those minutes there anyway.
But honestly, CP, would it be wrong? Would it be difficult, or like would it be hard for you? Like, would you accept, let's say, him still coming off the bench but getting like 10 more minutes a game in the playoffs and taking those minutes from Elfrid Payton?
Yes.
I say, you know what I mean? Just to keep the chemistry and you still play start his minutes?
I got what you're saying. But last night, I felt was like a preview of what we're going to see in the playoffs. Julius Randle and the starters and his best players played a tournaments in the third and every minute in the fourth. And he just went situational. He rested Derrick Rose last night to prepare him for a week off and some for the first round of the playoffs. That way he could, if he's going to use Elfrid Payton, he's going to use Elfrid Payton, as a situational guy, and because I think he's sick of being so far from behind, and I think it's time. I could be wrong, but that's the thing.
I totally want that to happen, but the thing is, it's not just Alfred Payton the reason we got off to slow starts. Let's
Zach
keep that in mind.
If the ball movement sucks sometimes.
Let me ask y'all this: why not start Burks? Why not that?
Yeah, because
that's
it's a better
over who?
Over Alfred. Over Alfred.
Burks could play the point a little bit.
Then who's your point guard?
Because I think
he was running your point.
Burks could play the point. It's true.
Thank you.
But that's only because Derrick Rose wasn't playing yesterday. At the end of the day, what they do is in the rotation, if you look at it, it's Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickly, and Alec Burks coming with the second unit for that scoring power punch. So I think that in order to keep that going, I would definitely diminish Alfred Payton's minutes and allow that second unit to have a little bit more time on the floor.
Right, but you can,
what I mean, and then you could also interchange.
But see, here's the thing.
You can interchange RJ in that lineup.
Hey, hold on, let him finish. Let him finish. Go ahead, DSA.
No, I was just gonna say, and also you can interchange RJ in that second unit as well when you're coming down to the end of the third quarter. So that way, again, you can give Alec Burks a little bit more time. And then you can also interchange him in the fourth quarter. So let's say Derrick Rose needs some time to, catch himself. Then you could go ahead and plug Emmanuel Quickly and Alec Burks in the fourth quarter and allow them to really get going. You know what I mean? Along with Julius Randle.
Here's my
problem. I think it's a matter of.
No, go ahead.
No, it's just a matter of the situation. No, it's all good. I was just saying it's just a matter of the situational preference. Plus, also you got to look at the adjustments that you might have to make overall in that series. You know what I mean? So that's the way I'm looking at it personally. I'd rather give like Zach recommended. I'd rather give the second unit more time on the floor together and kind of cut into Alfred Payton minutes that way, but allow Alfred to start just for the defensive purposes, because at the end of the day, he has good starts. Finishing at the rim, that's questionable, but at the end of the day, his defense does enough to be a disruption when you're starting out the game.
It also depends on the team. To add one, it depends on the team. With Atlanta and Trae Young, you're going to want Alfred Payton to start because he's big and he can give Trae Young some problems on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I got it.
And you also don't also want to change it from the first games, because let's say you change it in the first game and then they lose. Then what's your adjustment? What's going on, family? What's going on, family? There's a lot of people.
Hungry for pancakes. He wanted pancakes with eggs.
Okay, so I have to ask this question.
Wait a minute, hey Kev, hold on for a second. Hold on, because we got plenty of time. I just wanted to tell Eddie C how this usually works is when you enter a room, you usually say hello.
Yes, sir. Hello to everybody. Good morning to everybody. Good afternoon in some places to everybody.
Salute. All right, so here's the unpopular suggestion.
Okay.
I would rather, and I need y'all to tell me what's the difference between these two players. I would rather start the Frenchman. What's the difference? What's the difference? No. Okay. So what is the difference between Alfred Payton and Frank?
Alfred Payton doesn't airball a layup.
True.
He doesn't airball a layup, but he can't hit a three. He can't hit a three.
Frank is our
okay, as a Frank fan, I will say this, right? That Frank is doing better as a three than he is doing as a point. And for it was like when we made that run, when we made that 20-2 run last night.
21-2.
Yeah, 21-2. Thank you, Cyborg, for getting my facts straight. Julius Randle had the boatload of those possessions, bringing the ball up the court and creating the offense. It wasn't that much of Alec Burke, because Alec Burke is not a pure point guard. Neither is Julius Randle. But it seems like
neither is Frank.
Exactly. Right. So the thing is that the offense is really suitable around either Derrick Rose or Julius Randle bringing up the ball. And
So that's why his point
so they don't
makes
need
perfect
Frank to
sense.
be a point guard. They need him to try to contain our best players and hit open threes when he can. So that's why my premise of Derrick Rose starting to get them in a quick offense, and I believe that Thibs is going to shorten his rotation. There's going to be cats like Obi's not going to be playing probably.
Whoa!
Probably.
Wait. Let him finish. Go ahead, CP.
Obi probably won't be. We're gonna see 42-minute games from RJ and Randall because Thibs is going to play maybe 8 guys tops. Last night was a playoff game. Believe it or not, it was a playoff game for positioning.
Yes, it was.
And he didn't. He went 4 quarters straight with his best players.
And that's what happens in the playoffs with all teams. They shorten the rotation.
Right.
Because you need your starters to play heavy minutes to give you the best lineup possible.
I guess what I'm
let me do this real quick. I gotta ask CP the artist a follow-up question based on the statement that he made. Right. So I understand your premise, and I agree with you 99%. But I need for you to bring this home for me by answering this question. Did he play the lineups and rotations that he played last night solely because of playoff positioning, or did injury to the roster have something to do with that as well?
I think
that's for CP the artist.
Okay.
I say solely for playoff positioning because we thought that he wasn't going to have Burke. He wasn't going to have Quickly and Bullock and somebody else, right? So last night you're down, 15, points or whatever it was, astronomical number. 17 points. Thank you. Right. And you're going into a playoff, right? Where you're going to have to, we already clinched. So seeding is very important still to these Knicks. It's very important. It's very important. That's why I got off yesterday. I was like, look, I can't believe y'all happy for whatever, because I don't think the work is done. The work is not done, and I don't think this team is going to settle for the 6th spot or the 5th spot. They're going to want to go to number 4. So last night, for what I saw was when he took out Alfred and also Obi, whatever, and he put in Frank more than he had Quickly, which was surprising because he was like, "Look, I'm trying to win this game, and I'm going to put the best people available. I'm winning this game, no matter what." You know what I mean? So he threw all his dice and his cards on the table because obviously last night was that important to him.
I think it was actually telling because he looked very peeved at Obi and Quickly for missing defensive assignments, and especially I saw when Quickly came out, he was mad at him, and he immediately called for Frank. So if that tells me anything, in the playoffs we're going to see more defense than we do offense. Yeah. I won't be surprised if Frank, I think, within these next two games jumps Quickly in the rotation simply because of postseason play need and different. Depends how the game goes. If you need offense, obviously you're going to go for Quickly. But if you're up 10 points with 7 minutes in the game, I see Frank coming in and playing those minutes over Quickly.
I'm gonna tell you why I think that might be.
I feel the same way.
I think that might be the Bizarro scenario, right? Not your point being bizarre, but I'm saying Tibbs maybe wanting to do that, but is forced to do the opposite because he went that route in the Lakers game when we had a 7-point lead with 2 minutes left to go in the game, and he tried to milk it with defense, and we lost it, right? Because we took scoring off the floor in order to put more defense on the floor, and that team made shots, and we wound up losing the game. Hey, G-Man for life, let me ask you this. Do you believe Quickly is more hurt than what the organization is letting on?
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's why he came out the game last night. It had nothing to do with missed assignments or anything else. Look, when these guys. So first of all, you have to look at how the Knicks reported quickly. All these guys' conditions, right? So at one time they're questionable, then they're probable, then they're available. So look at the importance of the game to the Knicks, as far to CP's point, as far as seeding goes. So if you don't have a bullet coming in, if you don't have a Burks to substitute scoring for Rose, who we know is going to be out, then we in trouble. So you bring them back and see if they're able to play. So Burks was able to carry the load, Quickly was not. So we put him on the bench. They identified early on in the game he was not 100%. So we sat him. So we don't continue to injure him further because we're gonna need him in the playoff stretch. That's how I see how they're going now.
Can I interject on that point?
I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
Me too.
I disagree with that because it was strictly on a defensive play that he was taken out. He wasn't taken out at the free throw line. He wasn't taken out at any other point in the game. It was strictly defensive. The same thing with Obi. He got scored on by DeMar DeRozan, and he was pulled. And I can see on the sidelines he was waving at him. He was telling him, "Don't even say anything." And these things are going to happen to rookies. It was all fine and dandy during the season. During the season. I'm not. I can't. I won't say that I won't say he's 100%.
No,
I won't say that. I won't say that.
A guy.
I didn't see him. I didn't see him
around
limping.
him, and he could not. Right, but a guy went around him, and he could not move. And Tibbs immediately got him out of the game. Like, bro, you told me that you could play, and you can't. That's what I saw.
To Freeze's point.
Yo, I think the great thing about this is that it doesn't really matter because like we have such a deep team. Alec Burks showed that like we have somebody that can come off the bench and be as explosive as Quickly is.
Right.
And it's just like in addition to that, Tibbs is historically just not a guy who embraces young guys. Like so if there's any inkling of something, something bad happening or like these young players doing something bad defensively, like or just not doing what they're supposed to do offensively, Tibbs is going to shorten that rotation. But it's good to know that we have that option off the bench. IQ is somebody who shouldn't have as an important, role as we thought he should have had like earlier in the season. So I think it's.
So I want to ask G Money. Let me ask G Money this question real quick. G Money, this is a scheme question, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a scheme question,
right?
So if we face a team with a big center in the playoffs, what adjustments does Tibbs make or the organization make to adjust for our lack of girth and size?
Pause.
If we face a big center like a Joel Embiid or someone like that, right?
Right.
Wow.
We're screwed.
It's gonna be tough. Hang on.
Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, but Mitch is banged up. He's banged up. I don't think Mitch is coming back this year.
He doesn't have the boot anymore though.
Sure, but you think he's going to come back? I doubt it because remember he hasn't played since March because he had a foot injury. Hey, if Mitch is healthy, I will play him maybe some minutes, but I doubt he's coming back. Here's the thing: it's going to be.
Do you give Norvell Pell?
I'll try Noel Powell a little bit. I'll try a little bit because here's the thing. Even though Noel is a good defender to block, if you Joel Embiid, let's say we play Philly. Let's put Philly, for example, right? If we play Philly, Joel Embiid can stretch him out. Noel is not a perimeter defender. He's an interior defender. You get what I'm saying? And Noel doesn't deal great with physical big men like that. I will probably try Noel Powell a little bit. I'll try Noel Powell a little bit.
That's the only team that we would ever have that problem with, though. There's only two of those centers really in the league, which is Embiid and Jokic. Other than that, I feel like Noel can pretty much hold his own against anybody.
I mean, there's also Brook Lopez.
Everybody else isn't as skilled as
also,
him.
I mean, Brook Lopez is not super skilled. He's not, but Brook Lopez can stretch that floor too. You have to say
right,
that.
That's different than
that's different than him pounding us inside. Yeah,
Jokic. Yeah, you know.
So Devon. So here's the question.
Pause. No.
Here's the question. Yeah, pause, man. But do you consider changing the defensive scheme that you played all year and maybe mixing in zone? How you hadn't seen? You only saw zone twice.
It depends who you play, though. Depends who you play. You don't want to play zone against a team that can shoot, though.
Right.
Depends who you can play.
Yeah, because we ran zone against Milwaukee in the second game.
That was stupid.
And they shot us out the building.
Don't play zone against Milwaukee. No way. Or Atlanta. Don't do that.
Personally, that's what I feel like we got to do. Just stick to what got us here. The same schemes, the same, you know. The same
but this is the playoffs. You ain't gonna do that.
You gotta put man to man.
You ain't gonna do that in the playoffs.
What I can see different is like Obi not playing any. Other than that, and then I feel like Frank and Quickly might fight for minutes just for like situational reasons.
Yes.
But other than that, I feel like you just stick to what we got. We give every team a lot of dose of Randall, a lot of dose of Rose, RJ, and Burks, and everybody else, you know, just do your job.
I agree with that last point you said. Frank and Quickly are going to fight for situational minutes.
Yeah.
I don't believe he was hurt, because if you were hurt, you wouldn't be playing. And I believe that it was just rust, because you have to get into a game, and you have to, after you've been injured and you've been off, you have to get into a game and get utilized. Now, I feel the problem, it's a problem that most people have, is like when you have players that play your position, like, you know, and that you have to share your minutes with, whatever, it's hard to get into a rhythm. So since Alfred Payton wasn't effective, he puts Burke at point guard.
Right.
And at point guard, Burke doesn't have the chemistry that Rose would have with Quickly. Now they're like thinking and so forth and so on. And another thing, right? We say that he Quickly got dusted by DeMar DeRozan. I had to just look this up. DeMar DeRozan is 30 pounds heavier than Quickly. And also, Quickly has never shown this year that he is a good defender. And that's because of his size. He's 6'3", 190. He's basically me, but just 3 inches smaller. Pause.
What's going on?
Pause. So I, as soon as I said it, I knew it was wrong. So I think the thing is that he's just physically not strong enough to guard bigger shooting guards. That's why we have Frank, who is longer armed, that he can at least put his hands up to make shots a little bit more difficult.
If Quickly's not scoring, he's useless in the playoffs.
Yeah, because he's not a great passer. He's not a great passer. He's a good player. No,
he's useless.
He's a good player.
He's not a great. He's a good player, but he's not a good passer.
This year,
he's not a very good passer, and sometimes he tries to do a James Harden, Damian Lillard, Trae Young type move, like trying to draw the foul too much. Though that's the problem with Quickly. Quickly can shoot the ball, but he needs to learn to stop always beating the refs. You know what I mean?
And he ain't getting that in the playoffs.
Exactly.
He is not getting that in the playoffs, yo.
No
way. That's gonna be gone.
If Quickly is 0 for 7. 0 for 7. Let's just say he's 0 for 7 for the game. It's 3 minutes left. Trae Young has 30 points. He's torching us.
With drives, floaters, threes.
On our Peyton, on Trae Young. It would be the latter of the two.
And Frank has also shown that he can guard Trae in the past. So I mean, that's also statistically that's also a better matchup for them, because again, this is the postseason. We ain't in the regular season no more, and things change, man.
But the only thing with Frank, I don't believe Thibs trusts his offense enough. So he's going to have to hit that three often and be aggressive often in order for him to stay on the court.
The playoffs, so all we got to do is make his open corner threes. That's the only time
Frank is good at hitting corner threes. Frank is not a wing 3-point. He's more of a corner 3-point shooter. Yeah,
that's the only time he's shooting the ball. Period. It's the playoffs. The possessions are going to be grinded out. Randall is going to take close to 30 shots a game. So
Now I have this question to pose for you guys.
What? Hold up.
Take a lot of shots.
Is we saw that when Burks came back from his COVID bout, he was the one that was finishing the game. I forget which game it was instead of Rose, and the only reason Rose came in was because Burks got injured. Do you guys think that that's Thibodeau's plan for the postseason? Really doesn't really matter for the postseason. Just in those minutes when he knows he needs somebody at the point. Do you think it's Burke over Rose?
I think it's just whoever's playing well.
It depends on the game, in my opinion. It depends on the game.
That's what his situation has been lately to me. Personally, that's what I've been seeing.
Do people really believe that Burke is a good point guard when he plays point guard?
Be a better point guard than Alfred?
He has to be a good player.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Point guard is not to be the, it's not long periods of time. It's 4 minutes left in the game, whereas offense, defense, where you need all your best 5 players on the court at once.
And the thing with Burks is that he's able to stretch the floor.
And Burks can attack the rim too.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. So Ethan, how this thing works, man, is
I try to say something, but everybody was talking. I actually wanted to add something on. You guys are talking about the Hawks, right? And Trae Young. So the thing that the Hawks always beat us up on is the pick and roll, and I don't think Noel can guard Clint Capella. So when it comes down to the final couple of minutes, if we ever play the Hawks in a series, we're going to need Frank out there for his length so they don't allow the pick and roll over the top. Right. Because Clint would absolutely bully Noel.
In the paint, and he's athletic. Clint, pretty athletic, and clog the paint.
You would need Frank and his length to block out the pick and roll. That's
right. Frank could put his body on Trae, because if we put Quigley or Rose on Trae, Trae's could eat him alive. Because
the thing about Trae had 20 points and 14 assists in 20 minutes the last game.
He was going to the basket, the three was falling.
And he didn't even make his shot. He didn't even make his shots. He had 20 points and 14 assists. If he finished the game, he would have had a 30 and a 20 game.
Right. And this might be an unpopular take, but I've also seen RJ Barrett get burned way too many times on defense this year.
Really more of the back door.
And even head to head, there was a game when we were playing against Phoenix, and Reggie Bullock. That was a game that Reggie Bullock got burned, but it was later on in the third or in the fourth quarter that I saw Bullock was on him, but he picked up his 5th foul, and then RJ had to grab, and I just thought, oh man, Book is gonna. That's food. Like to me, I'm like I didn't like that matchup. I didn't like that matchup at all, and I just think that he's getting there. He's better this year, but he still needs to do a jump defensively. And in the postseason, bro, there's not as much scoring as there is in the regular season, and those points are going to count. The points that you make and the points that you defend are just as important.
Absolutely.
And the whole thing of the game.
Yeah, the thing that I'm really concerned about is that when we get down to the playoffs, is like we don't have that one dude who could, except for Randall, who can create his own 3-point shot.
That's actually Burks. I think that's the reason why.
It's the reason
why a little bit Quigley too sometimes.
That's
I don't think Quigley will be in there.
I think Thibodeau fancies Burks more at the late games, because at those moments you don't really need to run offense. You just need somebody that's going to make their own shot. And he looks like a 6'7" guy. He's usually guarded by a smaller point guard. So he can shoot over the defense, and he can also see over the defense. And he's basically that one-on-one guy besides Randall who can make that shot at the end of the game and can also make the pass. So I think that's the reason why he likes putting Burks at the end of the game, not necessarily to run the point, but just to make the 2 points.
I'm unclear. I'm unclear about what you talk about, Eddie C, because Because and so CP the artist or G-Man for life, help me out with this. If we go by what you just said, and I'm not saying that you're wrong, Eddie C. What I'm saying is I'm unclear, right? So if you go by what you just said, the options are Burks, Rose, Barrett, Bullock, Quickly, Randall, and some big, right?
Who probably like Taj or something.
Yeah. So think about what I said just now. So based on what you just said, the options are because we know.
Are you asking me what the ending 5 is going to be? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, because of what you said at point guard. So the options are and Alfred is out of the equation, and Frank is out of the equation when we're talking about offense.
Yeah. So
right.
it's pretty much easy. It's the same starting 5, but Burks at point.
No, I think that if Rose is there, I think that if Rose is
so
there,
you're leaving Derrick Rose on the bench.
This is why I'm buying.
I mean, he's been awesome, man, and during the game, he gets everybody into the flow. But I think at the end of games, he still has mental lapses. There's still mental lapses in his game at very key moments. Maybe it's the reason why the Bulls didn't get to the finals all those years that they had those opportunities to get to the finals.
Right now, are we watching the same game?
Case in point.
Who is the second best offensive player on those teams? Who is the second best offensive player on the Chicago Bulls?
There's a difference between being the best offensive players and at the end of the games having mental lapses. Like you can be the best offensive player at the end of the game have mental lapses, especially on defense. Especially on defense.
The whole team.
You forgot he busted his ACL every year.
And he was playing 40 minutes a game and was tired by the final 5 minutes of every game.
And he went up against the big 3 Heat.
And he took him to 6.
I said maybe.
Eddie, you make great points. You make great points all the time, but come on.
But this one right here, this one right here is got me.
Okay, so
let me say this right quick, Eddie C, hold on. So
I like to finish my point so that
wait a minute, Eddie C, right? Hold on. We got plenty of time, but we got to do it one at a time. The thing is when we make points, we got to make sure we give each point its just due. Because sometimes y'all say stuff that's smart and it gets washed up in the conversation and we never get to address it. That's the reason why we want to pause so that we can, point out something. Like, for instance, based on what you just said, in our last loss, there were 2 of those things that happened, and neither were by Derrick Rose, right? Against the Lakers,
rebounding,
right? Exactly. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope got wide open and had a 3-pointer that could have sealed the game because there was a lapse, but that was not Derrick Rose. That was one of the guys that you mentioned needed to be on the floor. And then the rebound
was from the baseline
was tipped in by a guy not named Derrick Rose, but by a guy that you said should be on the floor. So if we just go by that, we could say either everybody has lapses, you know what I'm saying, or you just have a thing for Derrick Rose. Yeah. And what I would suggest, because I know you have a smart point to make. What I would suggest is that these guys play too many minutes across the board, and they all have these lapses.
Yes.
Do you find that to be accurate?
It can be, but if you're asking me who I would pick to close out a game, I'm still going to choose Burks. I'm still going to choose Burks because of his length and because he can draw a foul. He can also draw a foul. But to go back to the points that I was making, okay, let's go back to the last game. The THT 3-pointer, who was at point when he hit that 3-pointer?
Rose.
Yeah, and he was basically wide open and in rhythm.
Yep. Wait, but okay, he made a good shot.
Then, hold up, Mo. Let me finish. And then when the tip, everybody was on one side of the floor when the shot came up on the Lakers side, right?
Yeah,
and
KCP.
It wasn't. There was no box out by Rose on Wesley,
right?
And what he did was try to athletically block the shot once Wesley got the rebound. Athletically try to block the shot and Wesley was still able to fend it off and lay it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
hold on.
So this is not going to happen all the time, but those 2 points were strictly made on Derrick Rose because at that point in time, all you have to do was box out and let the ball hit the floor.
Let me make a point really quick before y'all go. The only person, this is why I believe in the whole team as a whole, it's the only person that has any say of, I mean, not any say, but who's going to be playing at the end of the game for sure is Randall. Other than that,
Bro, what is Freezy doing?
The other 4 players can be whoever
What's he doing?
That game.
Hey. What are you doing?
My afro pose at 360 degrees. So that makes me the light-skinned Richard Roundtree.
Wow.
Anybody know where that lyric come from? My afro pose at 360 degrees. So this makes me the light-skinned Richard Roundtree. First of all, does anybody in here know who Richard Roundtree is?
Yeah, he's a basketball player. He's a basketball player.
Wow. Wow.
No,
Just
man,
freaking
that's
wow.
Shaft, man.
Shaft,
Oh,
dude.
okay.
I
remember Roundtree was a basketball player, though. The surname Roundtree is a basketball player.
Oh my God.
Shaft.
I'm old, Freezy.
Yeah, I'm not that old. I'm not that old, man. I'm sorry.
My bad, y'all. I was just working on a few things while y'all were.
I got no words.
Yeah, hey, Cornerstone. Look, what if I do this and it stay?
That is a shame. That is a shame. That is a shame.
So are you feeling? Hold on. Are you feeling like amputees that think the arm is still there?
Yeah, with the hair, yes. Yes, my hair has been amputated.
Hair's been amputated.
My afro has been amputated.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. You scared for what?
So Eddie,
embrace it, bro. Embrace it, man. Come on, women think this is sexy. It's bald. Women thinks it's sexy, man.
I'm trying to get like Devon. I'm trying to grow hair like Devon, man.
Yeah, come on, man. You don't want that, man. People think you're homeless. What are you talking about?
Those days are gone. Those days are gone.
I'm gonna say something.
You look unkept. What are you talking about, man?
I do grow hair like that, except I grow it in my nose and in my ear.
Yeah, you get that Devon hair. You get pulled over real quick, bro.
Oh my God.
But yeah, back to the end of the game. I just feel like Randall is the only person who should be on the court for sure at the end of the game.
Automatic.
Everybody else is
absolutely.
To me, personally, and that's because I believe in the whole team as a whole. Like we work as one. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Wait a minute, Devon. Didn't you tell me that you were a Lakers fan?
What? Come on.
Devon, don't play now.
Devon, I keep calling this guy the
Devon
Lord. This is the Emperor right here from Star Wars.
Devon,
a manipulator.
Don't tell me the street or no
Your
numbers.
Baby Yoda.
But where do you live?
What city?
LA.
Yeah.
Pasadena.
Oh, you live in Pasadena.
Yeah.
Pasadena. Oh, okay.
It's a lot of talent out there, bro.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a lot of black talent out there. I think that's where Troop is from. That music group Troop. That's where they're from, I think. You remember them cat? Oh, look at Cornerstone about to fire somebody. Cornerstone, like, take this paper to human resources.
I'm gonna fire G-Man first.
You and nobody in the office got that much power.
Hey man, I'll be like, G-Man, did I tell you to shave your beard?
Look,
No. I got a better one. Didn't I tell you to color that beard?
Oh wow.
So, number one,
that was low.
You and nobody in that building has enough power to dictate my fate. That's number one. I'm a self-made individual. So regardless of what goes on, I'm gonna be me. I could come in that building and fire everybody that's in there. And I don't even work.
Wow.
Understand that. That's how much pull I got. So the old saying is, instead of going out and running with the big dogs, I'm gonna need you to go, not even stay on the porch. I'm gonna need you to go get under the rocker.
Listen, Jabba Jaws. Hey, Jabba Jaws. Hey, anybody remember that cartoon? No, y'all too young. I forgot.
I was about to say, you're out of your depth right now. You're out of your depth right now, Kev.
They don't know Jabba Jaws.
Hey, yo, G-Man for life. If Kev comes to Atlanta, I need you to chaperone him because I will go in his grill and he'll go home to whatever he at. You know what I mean? In a body bag. So please come to Atlanta when we do and chaperone him because I will hurt him.
Nobody ain't got to shop in there. I'm a grown ass man. Ain't nobody.
For the love of the game podcast. Thank you for the super sticker. We appreciate that. But you know what, Devon? You know what? If we start talking about Earth Gang or Juice WRLD, you know what I'm saying, or something like that to the older fellas, they'll be like,
what is that?
Earth Gang.
What? I don't know what that is.
What is that?
Yeah.
You know what,
G-Man? Who in the world is G Herbo? What's a Herbo?
G-Man has no credibility because he thought Candyman, you going to say his name 3 times and he was going to appear. All right. Yeah, you are wrong. It's 5
So we're
times.
all allowed a mishap here and there, man. Like, come on.
He has too many. He has too many.
This is what I will say. I'm a man enough to admit I was wrong. That's not a problem for me.
Right.
There was only one perfect person that walked this earth, and it wasn't me. So this is what I will say.
Tell that to Hootie Cav.
So this is what I will say. I am right more often than I am wrong.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that's a good retort.
That's a good retort.
That's a good retort to that. Because you know what? Through my personal experience with G-Man for life, he is absolutely correct on what he just said.
Yep.
Right?
No, he's not. He's not.
Because what G-Man does is, and to be honest with you, it's not enough of it in the Knicks universe. G-Man for life is balanced. Like he's not too far. Like he's not gonna be, and no disrespect to Cornerstone Cav, but he's not gonna be a franker or a Knoxer.
No.
Kev is no longer a franker.
I am a franker. I am not frank.
He is not.
You like Frank and Beans? Maybe Frank and Beans.
Yeah, no franker. He's not gonna be He's not gonna be. You know what I'm saying? A Barrett or a Randler.
Nilakina sent me a personal letter says you are forgiven. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. No, he's an Obi. He is an Obi man. He is an Obi man. That is. Where's your jersey?
I got it. But
where's your jersey?
But my point, though, Cornerstone Cav, is this. He is balanced in the fact that it's 99.9% of whatever is best for the Knicks is what I write.
Wait, and I'm not like that. And I'm not like that.
You're not.
You know that's a lie. You know that's a lie.
Kev,
you know that's.
Kev,
That's why he put his head down because he knows.
Kev, when I said when we first came on here, when we first started doing the morning drive back in January, when I said Frank Ntilikina is a 6'4" Tree Rollins, you lost it. You and the Prince Bun.
Where the receipt? Where your receipt? Where your receipt?
You and the Prince Bun lost it.
Where your receipts? Where are your receipts? Where are your receipts? Because you know that.
Kev. So
where your
and while I'm poking fun, while I poke fun at because people try to force this Frank Ntilikina at point guard narrative every chance they get, I tell them that Frank Ntilikina is a wing player. Frank is not a point guard.
And again, whenever I not agreed with you, I agree with you. You're right.
But what I'm saying, my point was this. I think Frank has a career on the wing being that player.
Mm-hmm. Right? Bruce Bowen.
What he's doing right now is perfect.
Yeah, and I think he's accepted that. You know what I'm saying? It's the best thing to do is to accept.
Oh boy,
we're not talking about Knox.
Who is it? Oh, this guy.
The name threw me off. Good
afternoon, Ghetto Intellect.
No, you know what it is?
I forgot to change my name back.
You know what it is? You know what it is, Freeze?
What's that?
When I started playing, when I started singing Atomic Dog. Because you know he a Q dog.
No, I'm a Sigma. Get out of here.
Sigma.
Real GS.
Let him know.
I know it's one of them.
That's dirty, Cat.
I knew it.
I'm not gonna stay long. I just came here to say that I am Freezy's receipt that you were looking for. That absolutely happened.
That did not happen. You know it.
Bam.
You know it.
Ooh,
You know it.
bam.
You know
Yeah,
it.
Alec don't lie, man.
I was on the chat too when he said that. I remember when he said that.
Yeah,
don't let it feel.
Yeah, when we because y'all remember the narrative was Alfred Payton sucks. When are we gonna start Frank Ntilikina? And this is before the D Rose trade. We were like, start who at point? Start who at point guard? Are you serious? Frank Ntilikina? No.
Wow.
Frank Ntilikina is not a point guard.
Wow.
Frank Ntilikina needs to go down that road of being a Tony Allen or Bruce
Frank
Bowen
is such
type
a weird player when it comes
He
to
lost that position the last time we played against San Antonio Spurs. That was the last time that he started at point guard, and that was it for him. Like that was the last time
we got whacked.
played point guard for us.
We got whacked there.
He started at point guard against his last game starting at point guard was against the Magic, and we won that game.
By a point because Reggie Bullock had a steal. Because Reggie Bullock had a steal.
I thought it was
No,
San Antonio.
that was later. That was.
And we got washed that game that he started at point.
It wasn't his fault. He had 13 points and he only missed 2 shots.
Was it after? So Ethan, was that after we acquired Derrick Rose and Derrick Rose went through COVID protocol?
Yeah, D-Rose had COVID. Elf had the hamstring injury and quickly was out. Remember that was the game against the Magic that we had to win.
That was right
Hold
before the
on.
All-Star break, right?
Context matters.
Yeah.
Let's do some context because I remember that game like it was the back of my hand.
Alec Burks was in that starting lineup.
Hold on. Even though Frank start, he would just give the ball to Julius Randle and he would do the offense.
That was the game that Randle had
That was the game. Thank you.
And also Reggie
Thank
Bullock
you.
had that steal. And
So how could you say, hold on, Android, how could you say that, I mean, yeah, I'm a Franker, but I'm saying is that he hasn't developed yet into a point guard.
He isn't
of the future, right? He hasn't developed yet. I don't believe that his point guard thing, because he could be better than he was when he was 18 years old at 22 and doing the thing. But I think that as a combo guard, just like how we argue with Quickly, right? Quickly has skills more than Frank does, right?
Right.
Offensive.
But
we do not see. Wait a second. Well, we do not see that playmaking for other players that he could get people better. Now with Frank, we seen that when he was on the court with Mitch. We seen that little touch pass that he gave to Taj that he was able to see. But the thing with Frank is he's not consistent. But I believe there's going to be a day, like how we see with Julius Randle, at 26 years old, Frank will probably be more consistent at point on some other team. On some other team.
Chill. We're gonna keep him.
I actually think we will keep him too. I think we're gonna sign him next year to a contract. I think he's here to stay.
This year is all about breaking cycles. We've broken the cycle of losing, and this offseason we're gonna break the cycle of not re-signing our rookie contracts. We're gonna get him back.
Let me add on to something that CP said.
Go ahead, Ethan.
He better know me.
When it comes down to Frank, right? We don't play that type of motion backdoor cutting offense, right? Because he's a point guard who can hit people when they cut and when they cut backdoor. Quickly can't lead people to cut backdoor. We've seen a bunch of times where he can't lead Obi to a dunk. That's why Rose has done a lot better with Obi. So Frank can do that, but Frank just doesn't know how to run the offense properly for Tibbs. And the thing that gets me mad with Frank has such a long arms that if he actually attacks the basket, he will get fouled every single time, but he just doesn't attack the basket. And that's what Tibbs wanted in his point guards.
Let me add on to that. Ethan, let me add on to that. Frank's dribbling is suspect. I think people are more they're picking up and disturbing his dribble. That's why he's always picking it up.
He picks it up way too much.
Yeah, way too much. But I have to say this. When Macri was on this very channel, right? I asked him, I said, Macri, do you feel that the Knicks do not run enough pick and roll for the point guard. And he says, yeah, I think we're the lowest in the league at running that pick and roll. When Frank was with Mike Miller and all those other coaches that couldn't stand him, whatever, they were rolling a whole lot of pick and roll. And if you ever watch a Mitchell Robinson highlight film, it's Frank giving them those lobs. Come on, man. All right.
Can I actually add on to that? Because when Frank in the EuroLeague, that's what they did most of the time, pick and roll offense and pick and roll defense. Frank in his rookie year was the best pick and roll defender in the league. And now we don't run a lot for him now we don't even run a lot for him in this season. But he has to improve with his shooting and his dribbling. So I can't help him out with that.
So here's my thing about Frank, just real quick. Nick Gas, what's good? So my thing with Frank is there is a level of timidity.
Yes.
To Frank, right?
Yes.
Because there is tape of Frank saucing up your favorite NBA All-Stars in isolation. There was Frank. There is tape of Frank saucing up James Harden at the top of the key, wobbling James Harden, but Frank threw up a brick off the side of the backboard. There's tape of Frank saucing up Bradley Beal on the wing in Washington to the point where Bradley Beal crashed into another Washington Wizard.
He shredded the Wizards defense that night.
Yes. But then there's also tape of Frank being guarded by a G League call-up and Frank not even trying to attack the basket against that guy. And you're like, Frank, why don't you attack the basket against these guys often? He will not do it. And every coach that has coached Frank says it's maddening that he flashes this in practice and then in the game he won't do it.
He's a secondary ball handler.
And that's a mental thing. It's a mental thing, Freezy.
Right.
It's a mental thing.
Let me even add on to this, right? The one game that Frank started and Taj started together, Taj is our best screen setter, and Frank had 10 assists off of pick and roll that night and scored 20 points. But that was the one game. But guess what? He won't do it again.
That was against the Wizards.
He shredded Bradley Beal all night.
So let me ask y'all this. Is that the reason why that Alfred is getting the nod over him? Would y'all say that?
No. Alfred Payton is better. Alfred Payton is
If he's so better, then why are we getting? Do you think Frank would get us off to slow starts?
No, but Frank won't have the ball in his hands.
I thought we just established. I thought CP just established that even though he's in the game and we have him at the point that Randall's the one that's running it.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, Kev. Frank is too inconsistent because Thibs is a guy that, look, I bet you his wife prepares him the same exact meal every single day. He probably comes home with a big piece of chicken.
That guy's not even married, bro. Like he doesn't. I heard stuff like he's not married. You know, like he's married to basketball, bro. Like that's all he does, man. Like,
all right. Point taken.
He don't got kids.
And you know what? Like maybe no woman could satisfy him. That's why. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Because he's such a perfectionist. But to my point, right? I think that Thibs wants to see consistency. And one thing that Alfred Payton does, even though he can't consistently score,
he's not consistent.
He will consistently get to the basket at least, which Frank is. It kills me. He does not do. He doesn't get in front of the rim.
Okay, so if he's doing that, if Alfred is doing that,
but
he is constantly
exactly.
Let me ask you guys a question. Let me ask you
Frank. He doesn't
ask you guys a
Frank.
question. So, have you guys ever been on the court and you ever picked a guy just because you know he's tough? Like, not necessarily that he's like the best player on the court, but you would pick him even over a guy that's a little bit much more skilled just because the guy will argue a foul and he'll get the ball and
he'll get rebounds
and do other things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To me, I think, and that's what we don't see. Like, we don't know these guys like that. Like, to know who puts his head down when somebody attacks him verbally, and who's tough and who's not. And I think we've all seen that Elfrid Payton is somebody that's not going to back down from anybody. And I think Thibodeau wants that in his starting lineup.
But when will that be detrimental to us getting off to these slow starts?
It has. We're close to 40 wins on the season, Kev.
Okay.
We're at 39 wins on the season. So as much as we go down, much as we go down in the first quarter, it hasn't been a detriment to the team because we're in the 6th seed, fighting for playoff positioning to the 4th and the 5th, and we're close to 40 wins in a 72 games year. So as much as like we do get off to slow starts, we seem to, put him on the bench.
Payton is the least valuable starting point guard in the league, though.
He can be, but when you need in the playoffs, I think he's going to be a little bit more valuable than he is during the regular season.
He won't play as much, though. He doesn't play that much now.
I think he'll be more valuable because, again, he's gonna in the playoffs things get feisty.
Right.
Right. Things get feisty.
And when has Elfrid gotten into a fight with anyone, like gotten fired up? Like I haven't seen Elfrid do anything.
Go ahead.
Crowder? Sorry, I didn't to interrupt, but Jay Crowder. Remember the game with Jay Crowder when Jay Crowder tried to hit the 3-point shot?
That was last year.
That was last year.
That was sorry.
That was last year. What has he done this year?
Tough. You can't say he's not tough. I'm just putting it out there.
I'm not saying he's not tough, but I don't think he's like a rabble rouser. Like I would put I would rather have a Jay Crowder on my team than Elfrid Payton to start trouble. Like
I hate Jay
like
Crowder,
Todd.
man.
Like
And then another important thing is, if just in case, let's put this scenario: if we're in the playoffs and he does rattle somebody, right? Elfrid Payton does rattle somebody, and again, things get physical and things get, people get teed up. If Elfrid Payton's getting teed up against somebody else's point guard that's probably better than ours because we have the worst point guard in the league, they're going to miss it more than we're going to miss him.
Alfred Payton doesn't allow
in that sense, if we're playing that sort of game, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he's the best player in the NBA by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. But Eddie, I do see what he's good for. I do see it. And if Tom Thibodeau, who's a way better coach than all of us here, who's forgotten more things than we can remember, wants
if
him
he
to
believed
start,
in Frank, he would have played Frank.
I would tend to agree with what he's doing.
I think it's an agency thing. It's a CAA thing, man.
So Eddie,
the reason why he's playing is CAA.
14 minutes last game. That's what it's about. So we can he's not valuable. He can use that 14 minutes and go elsewhere. If we've
been benching Elfrid Payton after the first 10 games of the season. All of us have been benching Elfrid Payton, and he's the only one that hasn't. So I mean, us as Knicks fans, we have to have the coaches back and say there's a reason why because we don't see everything. We're not in the locker room.
You're not listening.
We're not there every day. You know what I'm saying?
You're not listening to what I'm saying, though.
So we're blowing it out of.
Played 14 minutes last night. He's useless. We can use if Derrick Rose was playing last night. Burks probably wouldn't have had 30 points because we would have lost because Payton would have took. You know what I mean? Like where would have Burks extra minutes that would have gone to Rose? Like Payton doesn't allow us to put our best lineup out there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He does start. And that's good. It kind of helps the flow of the team, but he's not valuable to our. We
have basically 3 point guards that are slotted as point guards on our team, and that's Elfrid Payton, Derrick Rose, and Emmanuel Quickly.
And Burks, and we play Burks.
Okay, you can put Burks if you want to put Burks in that category. Who's the best defensive player out of those 4 players?
Burks.
Payton.
And what type of coach? And what type of coach do we have? And what type of coach?
Is he really playing defense? Is he playing good defense?
His defense is overrated, kind of.
Eddie,
come on, man.
Eddie, are we blowing this out of proportion? Eddie, are we blowing this out of proportion? In your opinion, are we blowing this out of proportion? Our hate for Elfrid, do you think we're blowing this out of proportion?
I think so because he doesn't get as much minutes as it is. So then, like,
Right.
what's the
Right.
need? What's the need to change starting lineups once
15
we're
minutes too
at
much.
the promised land and we've been doing this for
I think,
how long?
I think
For 2 years
for a
now.
lot of our,
But
I think for a lot of our,
think about it this way, like
Alfred Payton
you're
is
just wasting
is
his
the guy
minutes
you could
anyway.
blame to not put blame on your own guy. So like sometimes we blame Alfred and we don't look at the when RJ makes some
No,
mistakes.
we don't look at the totality
This is
because
what
you
I'm
don't know how many times Alfred gets switched on another defender, and that defender can't score because Alfred is 6'4", and he's making it hard for that defender to score. So he passes up the ball. So we don't even see that part of the game. You know what I'm saying? We just saw that he didn't score. We just see that he shot a 3-pointer and it didn't go in. That's all we see. We don't see the other 100 aspects of the game that's going on in the court.
My only concern is that when we get into these playoffs, my only concern is when we get into these playoffs and we have to play from a deficit each game. That's a problem. And who's to say if we win those games or not?
Sorry,
That's my only concern.
We already in the playoff, Kev. We already in the playoff.
Why is the reason that we have the best bench in the league?
Yeah, because
because we have our starting five, and then the people that are on the bench are there for a reason.
No,
because they're not as good defensively. They're not as good defensively, but they're good offensively.
Tell me one good thing. No, Eddie, as somebody, don't think about Tibbs. Think about you as somebody who watches basketball. Tell me one good thing that Alfred does for us when he's on the court. Please, don't think about Tibbs.
I don't even have to talk about a skill. I could just say that he's 6'4". He's a 6'4" point guard.
So just attacking the rim. That's it.
And that's just and that's not even saying anything.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Athletically or anything like that.
Eddie, say, hold on. So the deal is this. So my man is basically telling us that Alfred Payton is a glue guy, right?
Yes.
And every team needs glue guys, right? Because what happens is if you stack your team with a whole bunch of one skill and your skill on the floor is not diversified, you know what you get?
Uncle Freezy.
A one-dimensional team.
Uncle Freezy, I'm a bust. He's not a glue guy because when he's in the game, we're not.
That ain't glue. That ain't glue.
Okay.
Exactly.
No, I disagree with that.
Without him in the game, a good glue
How
guy
can you disagree with
somebody
this?
like Marcus Smart, even though there's probably a better player skill-wise that you can put in better than him, offensively maybe, he still brings something to the team. Payton, our best lineups are without Payton in there. Our best fives, period. Payton wouldn't.
We know that. We know that everything which you guys are criticizing Alfred Payton about is absolutely true. But here's the thing: have you ever heard of the term a stopgap? A stopgap.
Oh.
He is just wait a second.
Hey, Devon, let him finish.
Wait a second. Tibbs has him in there for a reason. Maybe it's a defensive purpose. Maybe it's to look at what the other team is doing. But it's just that he puts him in there for these little spot minutes. And I've been saying this for a couple of weeks now. It's not about who starts. It's about who closes.
Right.
Right.
What I'm saying is he shouldn't be playing at all. This is what I'm saying.
But you're being ridiculous.
Why?
No, you're being ridiculous. And here's why you're being ridiculous, right? Because you can't play Derrick Rose 48 minutes every game.
That's why we have Burks.
Just like
listen. Hold on.
Burke is not a good point guard. I wish people will stop saying this. Burke is not a good point guard. He's a good shooting
game as the point guard. He played all of the fourth quarter yesterday.
Since we had Derrick Rose,
Burks is a fool.
Julius Randle was the point guard last night.
Is literally the only reason that Burks finishes out the games at point guard is because he can stretch the floor and give Randle more space.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying.
Right.
So if we put our best
Alfred should be there.
Put our best five out there. Period.
No, but
am I right or am I wrong? Is he a part of that? Is he a part of our best five that we can put out there?
You're right. I see it this way, right?
All right.
I see it this way.
Listen to this. In the last game, he played 13 minutes. He scored 0 points. He had 2 assists. The game before that, he played 14 minutes, 16. If we had our full
Devon.
All right. Okay.
I'm gonna disagree.
Hey, Neo, Morpheus was looking for you. I think you got caught in the matrix. Yeah, hey Devon, you got
My
cut
bad.
in and out. Yeah.
What
I
I'm
see
saying
it
is
this
the
way.
minutes that Peyton plays, in the playoffs, we need to give those minutes to Burks, to Rose, to maybe quickly to see if he's
If
on
he's
fire, if he's
healthy,
gonna
he's
get
not
something.
healthy. So what can you do if he's not healthy?
That's what I'm saying.
Burks just got back yesterday.
Did he not score 30 points yesterday?
He also had 10
What are you
rebounds
talking
too.
about?
Don't forget the 10 rebounds.
Ain't 10 rebounds. So what are you talking
Yo,
about?
why are we still
No, yeah,
caping for
but
Alfred Payton right now? Like, I don't
That's
get
not
it.
a glue. He's not. He's worthless.
Because everybody wants to vanish him and not play him, and that's
Nah,
not the smart move.
wait,
He's a player. He's a player that needs to be played because he does other things that people don't see, especially at the beginning of the games. It doesn't
We're
matter
down
if
at
we're
the
down
beginning of the
10
games.
points.
Hold
It
on,
doesn't
I
matter.
got a
It's the
stat.
beginning of the game.
I got info. I got info.
The panel's all over. Control the panel.
Can I just say something
hold on,
really quick?
I got info.
Guys, keep it talk.
I got info. So you want Burks to be your point guard who played last night 34 minutes, but only had 2 assists. Two assists, and this is your point guard.
We
This
we
is your
get
point guard.
we get assists from other places on the floor.
I know.
Julius,
That's my,
look
I
at
know
Julius's
that.
assists. Look at RJ's assists. Like, what are
I
we
know
talking
that.
about?
I know that. But his best attribute, Burks, is playing off guard and shooting and scoring, giving him the ball and getting out the way. He's not a point guard.
That's not the argument. But that's not the argument. The argument is Alfred Payton somebody who should be playing on the basketball court during these games?
No, he's not. No, he's not. But I'm saying is that he starts, and it's not. He starts.
There's a purpose.
It's about who finishes. It's about who finishes. That's all I'm saying.
But like,
hey y'all. So just real quick,
I gotta go.
Okay.
Bye, y'all.
See you later, CP. See you later. Have a good day.
All right, so I can only hang out for 10 more minutes also because it's Friday, and my girl needs to get something.
Oh my
to eat.
God! I almost won.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to get out of here in a few minutes. What I want to do though is because y'all all make smart and passionate points, and so what I wanted to do is throw a live grenade in here just so that I can set G Money's mind on fire about what I'm about to say.
Okay.
So G Money.
Yep.
In my heart and mind, I don't believe the Knicks have the weaponry to win a championship this year. Now, am I 100% in belief though that the Knicks can win it? Yes. And don't ask me why what I just said makes sense, because it does not make sense, right? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. When I want to tell G Money, I believe the Knicks are going to trade for Karl Anthony Towns, and he is going to take us to the next 3-4 NBA Finals, and I think we may win 2 or 3 of them. I believe that Karl Anthony Towns is better than Anthony Davis. Right? And on top of that, I think with the leftover draft picks that we have left from the Karl Anthony Towns trade, Walt Perrin is going to draft us a mega star like Donovan Mitchell, right? With the draft picks that are left over. And so what I want to do is ISO G Money and have G Money talk to what I just mentioned.
Okay. I like Cat. Cat's a good player. He can score on the block. And
he's better than Anthony Davis, bro.
Hey. Let me explain that point, please. Okay. No disrespect to Cat. He's not better than Anthony Davis. He's not. He's not. AD. More, let me explain, please. AD, more athletic. AD can clog the paint. AD, better mid-range shooter. Cat's a better three-point shooter. AD's a better leader. We saw Anthony Davis lead the Pelicans to the playoffs and winning a series against Dame Dollar and the Blazers. Cat's only won 1 playoff game his whole life. And the problem with Karl Anthony Towns, too, I know Anthony Davis is injury prone, but so is Karl Anthony Towns. And also, Towns is soft. S-A-F-T-T. Soft. That's the problem I have with Towns. I'm sorry, man. I like Karl Anthony Towns, but no, he's not better than Anthony Davis. He's not. I'm sorry. AD's
Wait,
way
how
more
did you
skilled.
spell soft? How did you spell soft, G
I
Money?
was just trying to be funny.
Oh, okay.
Salute Ron. By the way, salute.
I was
What I'm
with
saying
you,
is,
D-Man, until you call him soft. I mean,
he is.
Hey, hold on. Let him finish.
No. Cat's a good player. I like Karl Anthony Towns. He's a very good player. I'm just saying is that he's not a number one option.
He's better than Anthony Davis, bro.
Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not. Anthony Davis is way more skilled than Towns and a way better leader. Those are facts. Has Karl Anthony Towns only won one playoff game? One. That's it. Anthony Davis can clog the paint. He's athletic. He can hit the mid-range shot, and he can score in the post sometimes. Just that AD chooses to not score in the post sometimes, though. But I'm sorry, man. Let us be honest. Anthony Davis, who was also an MVP candidate last year, he was last year an MVP candidate last year, is better than Karl Anthony Towns. Just the facts, man. Will I be mad if we got Towns? No, I won't be furious, but I'm sorry. He's not better than AD. We just gotta be honest. He's not.
So for the record, I am not a Caposaurus. I am not a Caposaurus Rex. Right? I believe that G Money is wrong.
Okay.
Right? And listen. And this is respect. This is respect. This is not shade. What I'm saying is I gave G Money the opportunity to come to the dark side, and he chose to stay on the Anthony Davis is somebody bandwagon when we know Anthony Davis legit stopped playing for the New Orleans Pelicans because he had a supposed middle finger sprain and he missed 25 games. And when everybody knew he was sitting out, so forcing the Pelicans to trade him to the Lakers. To me, that is what you call soft, right?
Can I say something?
Let me.
Cat lost to third stringers.
Right, but Cat was also playing with third stringers. So how can you say that Karl Anthony Towns is soft and hadn't advanced when the talent he was given and the coaching he was given was subpar to everything that Anthony Davis got. Anthony Davis played with Drew Holiday and Rajon Rondo.
And got to the playoffs and destroyed Dame Dolla and the Blazers.
Right. So who was the point guard that Karl Anthony Towns played with?
Well, there's really more Ricky Rubio. Derrick Rose.
Right. Derrick Rose.
And won one playoff game. One.
Right. So what I'm telling you is this. Here's the other thing that we didn't get to. Walt Perrin will take the leftover draft picks and draft the Knicks a megastar. A megastar. I'm talking about bigger than Julius Randle and RJ Barrett.
And also, I do know how to spell soft. It's SOFT. I was just trying to be funny.
We know that, G Money. We understood. We understood the humor, bro. But what I'm saying is that Walt Perrin, when weaponized, will draft us the star that we have desperately been searching for. Whether it's this year or next year, Walt Perrin will draft us our guy. What say you to that?
Repeat that, please.
Walt Perrin will draft the New York Knicks, their megastar that they've been desperately looking for since the Michael Jordan draft.
It's possible. It's going to take us some time, though. It's going to take some time for the player to develop, but it's possible. Personally, for me,
can I say something about Cat before I forget?
Well, I'm just going to say this. G Money, I don't think it's going to take time for him to develop. I'm telling you, once he drafts that guy and that dude shakes the commissioner's hand, he is going to be a megastar. When he get his Knicks cap and put it on his head, megastar. That's what I'm talking about. So what do you believe? Do you have faith in Walt Perrin?
Yeah, I do have some faith. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I add on to that real quick?
Okay. All right.
I just want to say that the stars in this draft will probably be. I think that the two best players in this draft will be Cade and Suggs. But I wouldn't be surprised if a player like Davion Mitchell or if James Bouknight become really good and become an all-star caliber player. Because they have a little bit of a dog in them that is just different than all the other players.
Right. That you just can't find in any other players. I got you.
Yeah.
Can I say something on behalf of Cat? Because I feel like a lot of people been going down on this guy, and right now he's going through a lot. Like, and he's still playing basketball. You know, we had a situation like this with DSJ. When DSJ lost his mom, like he wasn't good for a whole year. Cat is still playing even though his mom died out of COVID. So I cannot take people saying the guy is soft while Jimmy Butler is making fun of him when the guy's going through everything. So I would actually love to have Cat if we'd be able to bring him in. You know, him being I think he was in Kentucky if I'm not wrong. So I think he fits perfectly in this team, mostly because of the chip on the shoulder that he's having. I think that he was not in a good organization, so also that's a big effect on it. It will be a good redeem story because even though he had a little scuffles with Thibodeau at the end of their term, I still think that he has the ability to the physical ability to be the player that we need. You cannot compare AD. AD was playing in college in the Olympics with the NBA players. You know, he was already put in that leadership role. But let's not continue that bullying on Cat.
Nah, man. But Cat,
you gotta tread lightly. Jimmy Butler gotta tread lightly because Cat put some balls
Jimmy
on him, bro.
Butler called out Cat. Don't forget, Jimmy Butler called out Cat Wiggins.
But the thing is with Cat and Anthony Davis is Cat followed in the same footprints as Anthony Davis. The only difference is that Anthony Davis played for Team USA and Karl Anthony Towns played for the Dominican Republic. That's it. That's
in Kentucky,
what's going on?
In Kentucky, Anthony Davis played with Julius Randle and Cat played with Willie Cauley-Stein.
Right. And so let me do this real quick. Let me holler at my brother real quick. I'm gonna move everybody just real quick so I can talk to Ron real quick. Just real quick before we get off. Hey Ron, what's good, man? How you doing?
Man. Freezing rough night, boy. Long night for me last night. You know what I mean? Hey, had a meeting. Couldn't come on the show right away, and do my show at my normal time because I'm like, I can't get up there and commentate on something I ain't watch. Yeah. So I had to make sure I watched the whole game first before I came on. Right. That's why I came on so late last night.
Right.
But yeah, man, everything good on this side, man. Well, how about you? What's good?
Hey man, I went to my brother's grave today. My little brother, the one I was telling you that passed away. And bro, it brings you back to a moment. Like when I got because man, I'm thinking like I gotta buy, I'm trying to buy some new properties, right? I gotta get another car because my car got a quadrillion miles on it, right? And I'm trying to do the KMD. I'm trying to rush back my mom, I'm saying, trying to spend some time with my mother because she lost a son. I lost a brother, but she lost a son, you know what I'm saying? So trying to spend some time with her, I'm saying? Things at work are crazy. Everybody want more money. Everybody want more money, but they don't want to work harder.
Yeah. Like
you say, dog, if you want this stuff, man, if you want to do such and such, why are you always coming to me saying that you want more money, but, you don't want to do more, you know what I'm saying? So I got all this stuff going on. And then I get out there at the at the cemetery, and I look down in the ground, man. I see my little brother name on a stone, and I'm like, man, so the stuff don't hit you till you see till you see your loved one name on a rock on the ground, right? And then all of a sudden you can hear the birds chirping, and you can smell the trees and stuff, and you can feel the breeze blowing. And all that stuff, and it makes you, and it's over you. It makes you realize that all of us are fortunate to still be here.
Yeah, that's right. Life is like a mist.
Right. So all this stuff, I feel like I had all this stuff going on, man. All busy, man. People, and the Knicks universe, bro. I'm gonna tell you this because I don't know if you have a popping YouTube channel or not, but listen. when things go on in the Knicks universe, your phone never stops buzzing, bro. Never. And y'all, I'm joking with Ron. I'm joking with Ron. You know what I'm saying? But your phone, it never stops buzzing because everybody's like, "Did you see what happened? Such and such and such." And so, I get out there, I see that, man, and it brings me back to perspective. And so, then I jump on the show, man. The Knicks won last night. And then I see 100 or so of my closest people, the people that I kick it with every day, sometimes twice a day. And it make me realize that I'm human and I'm not in this world by myself. So that's where I'm at. I didn't mean to get super sappy with you.
Oh, no, you good. You good, man.
But that's where I am. That's where I'm at.
You good. Hey, I'm going to tell you, not to get all preachy, you know what I mean? But, there's certain scriptures for those of us who believe in the man upstairs and believe in God's word.
Right.
There's scriptures that I hold close to my heart that I know, when I look at this world, that this ain't what he intended for us.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it is going to get back to what he intended. Because the Bible, one thing God can do, he can't lie.
Right.
He can't lie. John 5:28-29. There will be a resurrection.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We're going to see our loved ones again.
Right.
What's
happy day.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I believe it's in either Ezekiel or Isaiah where it talks about the earth being transformed back into the paradise, building houses, and you won't have to worry about, paying no mortgage.
Right.
Planting your own foods.
Right.
Hey, what's the other one? Isaiah, I think 33:24. No resident will say they're sick.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
These are things that we know gonna happen for those of us who believe.
Right.
You know what I mean? So those are the things that I take comfort in. I look at this world and nobody can dispute this, Freezy. Think about, okay, everybody go on vacation at some time and point, right?
Right.
And let's picture the most beautiful place in the world that you can go to. Right? And you're like, man, this is just so beautiful.
Right.
But I've always said this, the one place that don't fit, that's out of place on this earth, is cemeteries.
Right.
Them things just look totally out of place. You know why? Because that wasn't God's intention.
Right.
His intention was for man to live forever. We all know the story with Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
For those of us who believe. So, those are the things that I hold dear to me. You know the situation. I just lost a close friend. You know what I mean? And lost my uncle, my mom's twin brother, about 2 years ago. My mom found him, and out of all my uncles, he was the closest to me. You know what I mean? But hey, drug overdose took him out of here. And my mama found him. You know what I mean? So hey, man, hey, death is one of them things, man. I don't care who you are. Everybody's been affected by it. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
But we just gotta be thankful for the time that we have here. Do the most with it.
Right.
And try to make the man upstairs proud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Try at some point. Don't
Yeah.
lay down, don't give up.
Right.
You know what I mean? But hey, man, hey, you definitely gonna be in my prayers. I didn't know that was going on yesterday with your man, but
yeah,
hey.
it's a lot of stuff, bro. It's a lot of stuff going on. And so what helped me cope is Lawrence Tears. Being around Knicks fans helped me cope with a lot of stuff. Right. And so the funny thing is people think I come on to do the pop-in channel, everybody talking, 100 people, super chats, mad like buttons getting smashed, and people retweet all this stuff. People think it's like, man, Uncle Freezy come on to put on but nah, man, I come on here so they can help me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a two-way street, man.
Yeah. Like for instance, when I come on and I see G-Man for Life come on with the OB jersey, bro, it tickled me. You know what I'm saying? It tickled me. Like when I hear when Nick Gas come on, and he say like the most, because he got a twisted sense of humor, he'll say stuff, right? But it's comedic, and sometimes people don't get it. But I laugh because I know where he coming from. You know what I'm saying? So I look forward to joints like that, man, all day long, man. But anyway.
So Freezy, before you bring everybody else in, I got to tell you something that shout out to Jay Boogie. He said last night, man, it hit me. And I got to say it to you too, man. Congratulations, man. This your first year, right? This your first year with your partner.
Yeah, this the first year.
Guess what? Congratulations to you, man. You know why?
Why's that?
And this is J Boogie line. Obi, Quickly, and Uncle Freezy all made it to the playoffs in their rookie year.
Yeah, man.
Only J Boogie could, you know what I mean? Hey, that was so fitting when he said that last night. I had to laugh, man. You know what I mean? Man. Your rookie season, man, the Knicks in the playoffs, man. How you feel, man?
Yeah, man. I feel like we all contributed.
This thing is unbelievable, man. It couldn't happen. And you know, my mind always go back to this whole COVID situation, man, and we all know how the whole world is devastated by it. But when you look at, for the United States, the epicenter was New York City, man. And for New York to have the Knicks come back this season,
right,
and be in the playoffs
when they could have packed it in,
man, this is like something out of a movie,
bro. I'm
arguably the worst franchise for about the last 20 years made it to the playoffs, which was also home to the pandemic. Explosion. In the U.S., man, it's so confident to watch our team, man. I just and what Alex Burks did last night, just for me,
was
it just cemented further.
What about RJ Stretch? What about RJ Stretch?
Yeah,
remember RJ Stretch in the third quarter, in the fourth quarter. That stretch, I was telling everybody that stretch is the RJ Barrett movie trailer. Like, you ain't seen it all. We just saw a little snippet, just enough for you to want to watch the rest of this RJ Barrett career movie.
I'm gonna tell you what happened last night for me when I saw that, Freezy. Two things I got kind of. I was watching the clock. I said, I'm gonna see how much time go by when they walk away, because they went away from RJ when he was cooking for about a good 3-4 minutes. I'm like, you got to keep feeding the hot hand. He got it back, and he made another 3. And
in the fourth quarter.
I was like, okay. I said, you know what? RJ is about to be cooking for the rest of the season and in the playoffs. That was what he needed, because RJ had been in a little funk. You know what I mean? And even in this game, he struggled a little bit finishing at the basket. But man, them 3-pointers, he was, oh my goodness. That corner pocket with that pool stick.
Bro, what if I told you at the beginning? What if I told you at the beginning of the season that RJ Barrett would be a better 3-point shooter than Devin Booker? What would you have said to me?
Freezer, I'd have been like, man,
get out of town on the Greyhound.
I've been at Freezer. You okay?
Yeah.
You okay, Freezer?
Yeah. What if I told you that at the beginning of the season that RJ Barrett would end the season as a better 3-point shooter than Bradley Beal?
And what if someone told you Julius Randle was going to end the season a better 3-point shooter than Booker, Anthony Davis,
right?
Harden,
Bradley Beal,
all these guys,
Kevin Durant. Oh my goodness, you got a point. Oh,
somebody be like, man, let me check your temperature.
Yes.
And what would you have said if somebody told you the New York Knicks was going to win 40 games?
I would have laughed because I predicted 42.
Hey, let me tell you, young Chris, shout out to young Chris from Oklahoma, little buddy.
Right.
He said it on my show, Freezy, that the New York Knicks was going to win 40 wins. And I looked at him, I said, Chris, I said, that's pretty much, that's a stretch, man. But you know what? Hey, that's how you feel. That's how you feel, man. But boy, I said, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to accept. And here we are on the cusp, actually, of getting 41 wins if we went up.
41 wins, right.
And he also predicted that we would go on a 10-game winning streak. Same guy. We were 1 game short of it. And he called us going to the Eastern Conference Final, Freezy.
Right. What?
So I'm riding with the young fella, man. I'm riding with him.
You got to. Hey, man. Hey, so I got to bring the other guys on because they looking at me like they about to pee.
Appreciate you, man.
They looking at us like they about to pee in their pants. I'm about to bring it back on, man. So, hey, fellas, I'm sorry about that. I just need some FaceTime with my guy, man.
No, you were fine.
The content creator.
I think we will win number 40. We just gotta come out with the right start. Because remember, Charlotte's kind of slumping right now. They lost 3 in a row, and the Hornets are just tied with the Pacers right now. So it's a big game for both teams. But it's good. I think it's gonna be a crazy game.
Sorry for your loss, Uncle Freeze.
And sorry for your loss, man. Condolences too,
Yeah,
man.
I appreciate
Condolences
it. That was
Sorry,
like 2
man.
years ago too, man. It's just something tough to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you though, last night what that game showed me is we had a little jet lag. I truly believe we had jet lag because if you ever been out west and coming back east, you don't just spring back into
no.
You know what I mean? You got it takes about a day for you to get back right. You know what I mean? And so I just felt like that was a little jet lag. But on that conversation about Anthony Towns, I hear a lot of people say he's soft. But I look at his numbers, man. You ain't pulling down all them rebounds like that if you soft.
Right.
Rebounds is the last place a person that's soft want to go at.
Right.
They do not want to go down there and get no rebounds.
Right.
That Porzingis, that's a good point.
Defensively, you might say, okay, he ain't that good defensively. There ain't a lot of good defensive players in the league, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
But you can't deny the guy's skill set. You can't deny that he'll bring an element to this team that would just be crazy to deal with. Because now you definitely better not try to call yourself doubling Julius. You in trouble.
Right.
You in trouble.
True.
And so in all situations ain't created equal.
No.
We looking at the lens from him being the man in Minnesota. He would come to the Knicks. He won't be the man. You know who's the man for the New York Knicks?
Julius Randle.
Not even Julius Randle. Tom Thibodeau.
Yes, okay.
He's the man. He's the man that got the plan. We saw it last night. Like I said, the New York Knicks, and I tweeted this out yesterday. The New York Knicks is a team nobody want to play.
Nobody.
No, that everybody should be. Teams should be afraid. Should be very afraid, because Tom Thibodeau is a mad scientist. and shout out to my man Gas, man. Good to see you, boy. Good to see you. You know what I mean? I ain't seen you in a minute.
Gas, don't say nothing funny, Gas. Don't.
I've been working on the background. I've been working on the studio. I'm trying to set up the studio for playoffs.
Yeah, so I just want to let you know personally, I'm glad I saw you. Because when Freezer said he had 10 minutes, I said, let me hear it get on here, man. I wanted to let you know, man, you welcome to the show now. Don't think you banned, because you ain't banned. All right? Right. I want you to know that. I didn't know when I would see you again. You know what I mean? But
and
I
he said it face to face.
You know what I mean? Hey, I ain't cutting no jokes or none of that. I'm dead serious, man. You know what I mean? If I tell somebody something, I mean it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so you good, man. You good. You know what I mean? Only thing I say, man, we just got to be careful what we say. That's all. You know what I mean? Because people run with certain things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I didn't know it was going to be that bad, too.
As truth.
Hey, Ron, I didn't know it was going to be that bad either, bro. It sometimes it get ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to throw.
But much love to you, man.
I'm going to throw another bomb out here. I wanted Ron to speak to this if he could. So the Knicks are going to have $60 million in cap space this offseason.
Yes.
God.
I think it's like 63, maybe around there.
Right. And it's not often, and I'm just going to say that the Knicks make the Eastern Conference Finals. It's not often that a team that makes the Eastern Conference Finals has $60 million in cap space to add a superstar. Right. What I want to ask you is this: can you see a team that trades for Karl Anthony Towns and signs Kawhi Leonard in free agency?
Ain't no team got that capability but us.
Mo, what you thinking? Are you thinking that we could get the Claw and Cat in the same offseason? And if we can, what type of team does that make the Knicks?
You know, I like when you look at the teams that have been successful in New York, it's been teams that weren't really super teams and more teams. Right. So when I see a guy like Reggie Bullock, when I see a guy like Alec Burks, when I see a guy like Frank Ntilikina, and I see the money that we have available, I feel like we got to spend half of that money on taking care of the guys that got us here, and another half adding another guy that can get us over the hump. So we don't need both of them. We don't need both of those guys. We need one guy. We need like a Claw. Like if we can get Claw, like, and then bring our guys back, and then draft the guys that we can draft, I'll be happy, man. Because like I feel like, you know, adding a guy like Cat, we're just gonna be, it's gonna be like Cat, Claw, Julius, and it's just not gonna be the same vibe as this year. Like this vibe this year, I want to keep it going. I want continuity.
You know what though, Mo? That's the cost of being successful in the NBA, man. Things are gonna change. I've accepted that too, man. Things are gonna change next year. Some of these players that I like, I'm not attached to the. When I say all the time we can't be attached to players, I'm not saying that we can't like players, but all I'm saying is that sometimes when people get attached to players, they don't see clearly. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. But
we gotta be objective. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
Objective.
Exactly. You gotta allow yourself to be objective. But I love this team. I'm with you, Mo. I love this team. A bunch of guys that was thrown away. Even the coach. I love this team. And man, it's Leon Rose gonna have some sleepless nights. He's gonna have some sleepless nights. But I'm gonna tell you this. Alex Burks, for me, cemented it last night. Jay Boogie said it, man. We got to bring him back.
Burks is huge in many games.
There's no way we let him get out of the building.
Right.
No way.
And that's going to cost us.
1, 2, 3. He played 3 positions. Got the ability to play point. Man, come on, man. We can't let that guy walk up the door, man. People like him. You know what he is for us? He's the Golden State Warriors version and actually a better shooter than Sean Livingston. Sean Livingston had the ability to play 1 through 3.
Yeah.
But he couldn't shoot the 3.
True.
Like Burks, but his mid-range game
nasty. He was beating mid-range.
And post up was a problem.
And he was athletic too. He can go to the basket.
Exactly. And his defense was superb. So I mean, we can't let him get up. And if you want to go even further, he could be our Iguodala, but not to that degree. You know what I mean?
Defense, yeah.
Yeah. Man, they got some sleepless night ahead. And I'm gonna tell you what else gonna give them sleepless nights. And I'm gonna say this, and I said it yesterday, and I saw it in the game. Get prepared to see more Frank Ntilikina going down the stretch and in the playoffs. Tom is starting to roll that package out. He's trusting Frank Ntilikina, and Frank looking like, oh my goodness. Well, I keep going back to what he did to Kyle Kuzma, man. That for him, a player like him probably just shot his confidence up the roof.
Yeah. And
the only player left now, Freezy, that I want to see, and y'all heard it here first. Shout out to my man Hoodie Kev, because he been riding with him. Y'all know who name I'm getting ready to call, man. Because we need everybody that's in this roster.
Oh, the double K?
Yep, even Alfred Payton. We need everybody that's in this uniform to show up, man, if we trying to get there. Period. Right. Period. We can't talk about who we gonna fly up out of here. Y'all gonna hear me keep saying it. It flying up out of here, them days is over with until the season over.
Until the season over, right?
Right now, we got to look at these guys. Okay, what can this player bring? What can he give us to help us get there? Because that's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to get there.
Right.
Man, I if Kevin Knox can come in, oh my goodness. The offense has never been a question. It's that defense is the reason why he's not playing. That's the only reason why he's not on the floor. And a guy that's no longer here told us that before he got taken up out of here. And Austin Rivers, he told us. He said, if you don't play defense, you're not getting on the floor.
Period.
Unsolicited. So hey, that's my thoughts on our team, man. Mo, I'm with you, man. This is it's gonna be a fine balancing act that my man gonna have to tread lightly with these deals and who he brings in, but it's got to be the right fit. And my goodness, man, we got some of these guys we got to bring back, man. It's not a question. It's not a question, man. Yeah. Burks, Bullock, Noel, them guys got to come back. We got to find some kind of way to bring them guys back. Right. You don't want to script the team of their identity right now, which is defense, man. We number 1 in points allowed and number 1 against attempts, allowing people attempts at the 3. That bodes well. This league is about shooting threes and making them. And if you can't, if teams ain't hitting a lot of threes against you and they ain't taking a bunch, that's why we in every game. Because they ain't smart. The league has gotten away from trying to shoot 2-point shots. Right. Everybody want to shoot threes. Come on, man. You got to be balanced.
Right. So, hey, so I got to get out of here, y'all, because it's lunchtime. Hey, thank you for everybody for coming through. I did. Hey, so G Money, I have a holster full of those grenades that I just tossed at you just now, and so maybe we could get back together at another time, maybe tonight or something like that. But but thanks everybody for coming through, and yo, shout out to everybody in the virtual chat. I'm gonna go get something to eat and lay down for like 37 minutes and get back up and get back to work. I'll holler at y'all later.